What's going on, guys? Crater here, back with a new This Week in Wrestling. I am your host, Crater. Ron is here for some strange reason. Seems like as of me talking, it seems like he got out of the hangout. That's weird. Let me re-invite him in. He was just here. He was literally just here. Let me double check. See, wow, we're coming back strong, aren't we, people? He just got disconnected from the hangout for some reason. Let me just resend him an invite. Don't know what happened there. All right. So, what's going on, guys? Crater here, This Week in Wrestling. I already said that. First things first. I know we didn't have, for the first time of doing this for 24 episodes, we did not have an episode last week, and I do apologize for that. There was many reasons why we didn't have an episode last week. One of the main reasons why I was actually sick, and when I say sick, I was in pain, a lot of pain. The pain. I want to date back because I'm just going to be talking until Ron comes back. The pain dates back all the way to 2 weeks ago on Thursday when I started to feel this pain on like my right side. It was my stomach at first, was me on my right side. Friday when I went to work, I was feeling it. I was kind of feeling lightheaded, but it was bearable. I was also there. I got my Apple Watch, so cool on Friday. Then Saturday, that's when the pain was the most ridiculous thing ever. I felt like I was gonna die. It was all in my stomach every time I moved. It was ridiculous. I mean, I was still able to make it through work, but it was ridiculous. I don't know what it was. I had a huge ass headache. I guess because I couldn't burp or anything, so I tried to make myself burp by drinking a lot of ginger ale and Coca-Cola that day. That clearly didn't help. Sunday and Monday, I felt fine. And Sunday and Monday, I felt fine. But Tuesday, that's when Tuesday when it hit. Basically what happened was on Tuesday, after I got done watching Smackdown, out of nowhere, the pain just came back and it shot me right on my right side. It was so bad that I had to go to the hospital immediately after Smackdown, which was Smackdown for SummerSlam. So I even missed 205 Live, and it was just that bad. I couldn't even watch 205 Live. Usually nothing stops me from watching wrestling except if it's for work or whatever, but that pain, it was ridiculous. It was so ridiculous that I had to go to the hospital on Tuesday, and they said it was because I had a lot of gas inside of me, patient side of me. So they gave me some medicine, went to the bathroom a lot. That didn't really help. I'm starting to think it was more of a kidney stone, but right now the pain's going now. So there's that. The pain is gone, and yeah, I feel a lot more better. I don't fully know if I'm okay or not. I mean, this whole week I have been fine ever since I went to the hospital on Tuesday. I went to work on Friday and I felt, I guess, fine. So ever since last Friday, I have been fine. So can't complain. I'm back now. So I do apologize that week. I couldn't make no videos. I couldn't do nothing. So I do apologize for missing last week's podcast, or not doing last week's podcast, which we missed our SummerSlam prediction. We couldn't even do it. So yeah, I'm kind of upset because the week always, the episode we do before the pay-per-view is always I feel like that's always like our big one, because we like literally go in depth on all the matches and give our opinions on all of it. And we couldn't even do that. So yeah, that was the first time to do it. Kind of sad, especially for a big event like SummerSlam and TakeOver. But it's cool because this week, or today, we will get to this week we'll be able to talk about the fallout from both TakeOver, SummerSlam, and then everything else that happened. There's a lot of stuff from TakeOver and SummerSlam, as well as Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live, at NXT. I am just clearly just blathering around until Ron comes back, because he went to the bathroom. And for some reason, he got uninvited, so I'm trying to resend the invite. But yeah, so that's what happened. in terms of my channel, since I never uploaded anything else besides my channel, I guess let's just talk about that real quick. Will be coming out will be the pineapple lock, the unboxing pineapple lock seed, and the the lock seed holder, and then we'll go from there. I filmed what? How many unboxings? Looking over there, 1, 2. I filmed 4 unboxings, so you can expect at least 4 videos. I'm gonna try to put them out. Oh, they're all filmed. I just got to put them on YouTube. I had to find time for that. Got pretty much work every day, so had to find a time for that. Besides that, what else? My next review is the SH Figure Arts Cheetah Mech. My goal is to film it on Thursday. That is my day off from work. So this week you have a bunch of videos, but Thursday is my goal to film my SH Figure Arts Cheetah Mech review. So that should be out by next week. Look forward to that. Next month, I will be focusing on WWE again. I'll be buying a new belt. September, so you can look forward to that. I will be buying, I believe my decision is the Raw Women's title. So you can look forward to a review on that. And I'll be doing something special with that one. If you saw my View the WWE replica title, it was me. I took some photos on that one. Since it's a female, obviously I'm a guy, so we're going to do something different with that one. And you guys could just look forward to that. There you go, Ron. Were you uninvited from the chat? Yeah, he's on me. Hold on. All right. So he came back. I didn't know what happened.
Okay, you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, cool. All right. So, repeat that?
No, I said, were you uninvited from the group chat?
Oh, from this? No, I hung up.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what happened? Get a second.
No.
I noticed you disappeared. I was like, oh shit, hold on.
No. I hung up. There was a. I had to use the bathroom, and I'm just like batting down the hatches. Let's just get this going. Probably something I ate.
I got you. I got you. Yeah. All right. There you go. I was confused. I was like, whoa, wait, did I actually kick him out by mistake?
No.
All right. But yeah, I was just reviewing on why we didn't do the podcast last week on my side because I was in pain and sick and stuff. So I'll just
and we didn't do it the week. Oh, did you do it the week when I went to the tournament?
What week was that?
The 3 weeks. I think it was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I did the one 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
No, you was there. You had to been there. There's no way I did a 3-hour podcast by myself. There's no way that I did. I'm looking at it. There's no way I did a 3-hour podcast by myself. Or maybe I did. Who knows?
Maybe you did and I wasn't there because, remember, I went to the tournament on Saturday. No, we were still doing the Thursdays.
Yeah, we was still doing it Thursday. Oh, see, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, wonder you guys are doing it on Saturday because we're moving back to our original time. I only moved it to Thursday because of my commitment to SCW at the time. But since that thing is non-existent anymore, we're going back to Saturdays. So,
which is good for me because now I don't have to worry about rushing home. I usually go out. I usually don't go anywhere Saturdays. If I do, I usually let them know ahead of time. But sometimes Saturdays I'm usually home because I have to wake up early on Sunday and I don't want to go anywhere where I'm going to be out late and I know I should be sleeping.
Yeah, and also Saturday, I feel like, I was saying Thursday was the best day because right after when all the programming ends. I feel like Saturday's better because we might miss a big piece of news.
And there was a lot of news.
Yes, from all this past week and last week. So first things first, speaking of news, the most breaking of news, even though we're going before we even review TakeOver Brooklyn, doesn't even matter because this is breaking news. Asuka relinquishes the NXT Women's title. They announced this one. Yeah. Well, no, go.
Now, okay. Did you read the article that WWE left?
I read the article, but I also, because the news site I always go to, Wrestler Zone, I read their notes and okay, so full story. Asuka beat Ember Moon. We'll talk about that when we go TakeOver. Asuka beat Ember Moon to retain her NXT Women's title. During the match, she got injured. She would be out of act. due to the injury, she'd be out of action anywhere between 6 to 8 weeks. And my first thought in my head, since NXT actually follows the rules of wrestling, where a champion has to defend their title every 30 days and whatnot, and if they can't, it'd be stripped or whatever. So it was a big issue because Asuka never lost a match, and she was the longest reigning NXT champion and longest reigning WWE champion of modern era in history. So what were they going to do with this situation? So William Regal from
okay. So all right. So wait, as you say this,
mm-hmm.
I have a theory. Okay. I don't think that it was actually planned for her to go out the way she went out.
Of course not.
And I'll explain. Because the way WWE Warrior did, yes, they did announce that Asuka did have an injury. They did word that. But when they broke the news that she relinquished the belt, they never mentioned anything of the fact of her being injured being the reason why she had to relinquish the belt.
Mm-hmm.
I think that she was going to do that anyway. I think that there was no one left.
No, and you're 100% right. When I was watching TakeOver Brooklyn with my brother, after she beat her, I literally said, "Who else is left?" She literally went through the whole roster. Who else is left?
I'm just going to be completely honest. I really think that the collarbone injury, yes, that was
unexpected.
That was unexpected. But I think that all this was actually planned. See, a lot of people has been talking for the longest time about where is Asuka going to get called up? Is Asuka going to get called up? That's been a question for the longest time, and a lot of people thought that if Ember Moon beat her, with spoiler alert, we're going to talk about it, but everybody thought that if Ember Moon had beat her, then she was going to be called up immediately right after. Yes. Yeah, of course, that didn't happen. But it's just that, like I said, the collarbone injury was unexpected, but I don't think she was I think she was going to get relinquish that belt anyway, with or without the collarbone injury, because like I said, other than that, there's no one left. She beat 2 years worth of NXT women's wrestlers. Think about that for a second. The only wrestlers that she probably haven't touched in that 2 year span, Paige, Natalya, because Natalya was still around, Charlotte,
Sasha,
Becky. That's about it. Because then, unless you count some of the
main roster.
Yeah,
I don't count live. I don't count live events. I know she fought Becky and Natalya live events. I don't count live events for anything, unless they acknowledge it themselves. I don't count live events as like.
It did, and then also when she did fight Becky and Natalya, those were a SmackDown event they asked her to come to.
Yeah.
Okay.
So because Naomi was injured for one reason.
Yeah, at the time, we're talking about an NXT event, TV wise or live event wise. She'd be a couple jobbers, stuff like that. But she has went through 2 years. Oh yeah, because I was about to say Nia Jax, but no, she fought Nia Jax. She went through 2 years of NXT women's wrestlers. There's no one left. It's like Triple H is like, unless you want to wait until the Mae Young Classic is done, there's no one left for you to fight. You gotta go.
It's funny that you mentioned Triple H, because the week of SummerSlam he did an interview as to somebody asked him who's one superstar that
Hold on.
Oh, I mean,
No, wait. Say that one more time. You kind of just like
no.
stop in the middle of the thing.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
No, it was an interview the week of SummerSlam, and somebody asked Triple H, has there been one superstar that Vince McMahon tried to get his hand on from NXT that you wouldn't allow? And he said, yeah, Asuka. You could take anybody else on the main roster but Asuka. And
that's true.
And it makes sense. Yes, they would. I didn't think, to be fair, I didn't think NXT could last without Finn Balor, and then we had Shinsuke Nakamura. I didn't think NXT could last without Samoa Joe in terms of like heels or whatever, and then you had Bobby Roode. So it was like they managed with that women's division. Yeah, they lost Bayley and whatever, but they would have lost Asuka. Who is going to be the main female?
I feel like, and as you say that, I feel like that there are going to be some people from the Mae Young Classic.
Well, yeah, now they have no choice.
And everything. And not only that, I mean, Ruby Riott can hold her own.
Nikki Cross is fine. I love Nikki Cross.
Nikki Cross is fine. So they got some people that can hold their own, yes. But it's the same as that thing when you ask, what's going to happen with now that Sasha's gone and Bailey's gone, like the Four Horsemen, and everything. Yeah. And they had one answer, and that was Asuka.
That's all they needed.
It's just the fact that they probably wasn't really expecting Asuka to be this dominant person. Like, I mean, sure, they had all the chance to say, listen, we're going to lose the belt, whatever, blah, blah, blah. For some reason, they just decided. They just decided to just keep it. Keep it on her.
No, I feel like she was intentionally supposed to lose the title to Ember Moon at TakeOver Chicago because it was a fatal 4-way where she wasn't going to get pinned for it. And then they was going to have the rematch at Brooklyn, and then she went up to the main roster. I firmly believe that was going to happen. That's just personally my opinion.
Yeah.
But then they had to change it to a triple threat. It could have, because it would have made sense. Because if what you're saying is too, if their intention was to move Asuka up after SummerSlam, knowing Triple H, she followed the old school classic style wrestling where it's like, if you're leaving, you could drop the belt or just lose to the person. I feel like they were going to give Ember the title and she was going to defend it. It will officially lose, because then the story would have been, yes, Asuka lost the title, but she never got beaten. And then at TakeOver Brooklyn, she actually beats Asuka. And then Asuka leaves. That's how I would have saw it. But we will never know, since Ember Moon got injured and it became a triple threat instead. So we would never know that answer.
Yeah.
Because I was even saying I felt like Ember Moon was gonna win the title there. Where but yeah.
And lo and behold, not that. But like I said,
nobody's champion now. So who's gonna take it?
Well, Vacant's champion.
Yeah, I know on Twitter. You follow Vacant on Twitter?
Yes, I follow Vacant on Twitter. I actually congratulated Vacant on his
it is win,
his victory and stuff. He liked it too. Or is Vacant? Vacant is anything. You can't even say he or she.
I know. I guess he won the world title. He won the Universal title for a week.
Yeah, he's like Dole from Virtual Fire. Like he's neither. And that I know how old I am by showing the fact that I'm talking about Virtual Fire, but yeah. But other than that, like I said, I feel like the collarbone injury is just something extra. I don't think that's the reason why she dropped the belt. She dropped the belt because there's no one.
But that was their plan from the beginning,
Yeah,
and then that's true.
Like
you're right. They would have mentioned, because why acknowledge the injury on WWE.com and not acknowledge it in front of the NXT crowd of all people.
NXT crowd, or you didn't acknowledge it, like, due to the fact of, because they've done it before, due to the fact of such and such being injured and he can't wrestle for 30 days, or the extent of the injury will go past the 30-day limit. This person will have to release the belt, and we were planning on doing something else, blah blah blah. They've done it before. It's just in this case, it was just like she relinquished the belt, and that's it.
Now, yeah, so one of my final things about this is now this I feel like and one thing about it is you're right, because realistically, who could that be in Asuka? She shows she has beaten every single female competitor on that roster. Who could have came out of nowhere just to beat her? The only two duo, I just spoiled myself. The only two people that could have done it with the only people I would say had a chance would have been Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. Now hear me out. Hear me out. It's because they have the advantage of having two people. Yeah, imagine if it was a triple threat match. Or no, imagine if it was a triple threat. Because me and my brother talked about this. Imagine it was a triple threat match, right? They realize they can't fucking beat Asuka. But if one of the other people pins the other person, they won the title. They take the title from her.
But wait. Have that match?
Brilliant.
Didn't they have that match?
Yeah. It was a fatal four-way, but it involved Nikki Cross. I'm just saying, those two true. And her,
true. But at the same time, it wouldn't make a difference.
I know.
Because as you say that, remember who pinned him. Okay, in that fatal four-way match,
Peyton Royce got pinned by Asuka.
Yes.
I know.
Okay. I know. So that means she took him in the ring and executed him in the middle of the ring.
I know. So it's like, I mean, now it really is. I mean, Peyton Royce, Billie Kay has come a long way. They gotten a lot better.
I guess, but
they have gotten a lot better. So,
but I mean, Asuka, you can have. Like and the thing is that now I'm realizing this. Now I'm not going to realize my dream match of the fact of
Asuka versus Asuka too.
Yes, that's the dream match I wanted, because I've been joking around for the past couple of times. I even told my friends this: if Ember Moon doesn't beat Asuka, the only person that can beat Asuka is getting another Asuka, and that's what's her face? And I'm just like. She has to, okay? Because the only person that knows the style that Asuka fights is the same person who fights the same style. It's just the hard hitting.
Yeah.
Like in those type in the Joshi, and I'm saying it wrong because my speech impediment is Joshi or Joshi. I think it's GHOSSHI. And Joshi wrestling, I feel like I might be wrong about this, but I feel like the way you wrestle, the rules of that is who is going to hit who harder.
And they probably would have killed each other in the ring.
Have you ever watched like a Joshi match?
No.
You need to. And when you do, you might want to. You might want to have like some aspirin. You might want to have some Advil and some icy hot with you, because you will be hurting. You will be hurting after watching that match. Those type of matches, they are hard.
Oh, I could imagine.
They are stiff. You think that, and here's the funny thing: if you look at Asuka's older matches compared to this.
Oh yeah, this is
compared to what she was back then.
She does now, yeah.
Yeah, she hurts. Okay, so I'm not going to realize my dream of seeing that match, but I feel like that's the reason that right there would have been one of the best matches, the most hard hitting, stiff. Matter of fact, I don't know if I want to. Show it. I have one up right now. I don't know if I want to screenshot it, because I'm afraid we might get, banned or something, because YouTube could be. I'll send you a match.
It's weird because speaking of YouTube, I recently got advertiser unfriendly videos for some of our podcasts.
It's because of the fact that it's wrestling.
Yeah, and it's ridiculous. It's not all of them. It's weird. It's not all of them. There's only like 3 of them. But I just find it weird. I scanned through it. We didn't even curse or anything in there. We were just.
No, here's the thing. It's the same as that thing that that WCPW is going through and has been going through. So I mean, I can't remember the complete reasoning, but WCPW was going through the same thing from where they used to upload. Remember how they used to upload weekly
WCW
shows?
loaded,
Yeah, stuff like that. They had to stop that because they kept getting flagged. The reason they kept getting flagged because it's the same as that thing you was getting.
That's weird. Why is wrestling deemed advertisement friendly?
I don't know.
And yet WWE's on TV.
Exactly. WWE is on YouTube.
So I guess you're trying to tell me WWE's not making no money off their YouTube channel, even though I see ads on it all the time. So
they have their ways. I'm not 100% sure how they do it, but it's just a fact of like that's actually.
Is it because they're a publicly traded company? Maybe that's the reason why.
Like I said, I really don't know the reasoning, but I forgot what the reasoning was, but WCPW was going through the same exact problem.
But this is ridiculous for us, for me, and for you, is because all we're doing is talk about wrestling. We're not doing wrestling moves or anything.
Yeah.
We're literally just sitting on our chairs.
It's stupid.
Talking, reviewing what happened on TV, and yet that's deemed advertiser. That's insane. So I'm curious, like, does YouTube have like a voice recognition? So if I say the word wrestling,
and listen, I'm gonna give you an example of how ass backwards, and we're gonna get back into wrestling, folks. But
yeah,
I'm gonna give you an example of how ass backwards sometimes YouTube rules are. I think it was last year, YouTube had aired their gaming awards, like video game awards. It was being aired on Twitch. It was being aired on YouTube, the YouTube streaming, and somewhere else, right? Remember, it was being streamed on YouTube. When it came to Nintendo, YouTube had to edit out, not edit out, but pretty much mute anything that had Nintendo in it, because Nintendo at the time, and it's still kind of done. Actually, they've been a little more lenient, but at the time, they had to. You wasn't really allowed to stream anything with Nintendo on it, other if you were Nintendo. So, like, if you're in like Nintendo Direct, you could put something on YouTube. But if you're like me trying to stream something like that, I can get copyright infringement because I'm using something that's from Nintendo. YouTube got copyrighted by YouTube because they had Nintendo on their stream.
That's insane.
Okay.
So they have a flawed system.
Yes.
They can't work around their own damn system that they made. Unbelievable.
And I'm sitting here like, but that's your own goddamn fault, because okay, I mean, it's not Nintendo's fault because Nintendo has all right to do it, but you think that, oh, well, we're YouTube, we're airing this, we can probably turn this off for us. Nah. Are you breaking up again? Hold on, give it a second.
That really says a lot. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, now I can hear you. Yeah, it's stupid.
Now since she's going from NXT, where do you think she's gonna go, Raw or SmackDown?
Yeah, that's the question. I want to say Raw only because Raw kind of needs some stronger wrestlers. SmackDown has a good, believe it or not, SmackDown.
Yeah, no, SmackDown. They know what SmackDown's like the experiment show.
Yeah, but they
somehow managed to work with what they have.
Yeah, they have a good selection of female wrestlers. They have, Naomi and Charlotte,
Naomi, Becky, Carmella in some way, since she has Jane Velworth.
Tamina looks like she's about to be a monster.
Tamina, yeah, like how they're building her. Natalia. So it's like,
yeah. So
they have six women that can easily hold their own on the women's division over there.
Meanwhile, with Raw, because number one, we don't know how long Bailey's going to be out. Then again, at the same time, I won't even go with that route because Bailey probably going to be out the same exact time as Asuka, because Asuka's not going right away.
Yeah.
Okay, it's going to be a while.
She won't come. I guarantee she's going to be healed up by early October, because it says 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So by that timetable, I guarantee you she probably won't debut until like Survivor Series.
Yeah, but then you got Sasha, you got Bailey, you got Alyssa, you got. Actually,
Emma.
you can stop right there because
I know, because those are the only three that matter. That's it.
And then Nia.
That's literally it. Everybody else, yeah, Nia, yeah, because they have you have Mickie James that they never use. They have Emma, who they're burying. They have Dana Brooke, who, I mean, I'm a fan of her.
Yeah, but they're burying her too. Not only that, but
I know
she's going through some tough times right now. So I probably won't see her.
I know, yeah.
And then
you have Alicia Fox, which sometimes I forget that she's even there.
I mean, for fuck's sakes, those people we just named will probably be fed to Asuka before Asuka starts going for championship.
Yeah,
hey,
like
remember what we did in NXT? We're gonna do it again.
Yeah, but just with these women.
We're gonna and then Asuka's like, but I had these three before.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Well, I mean, I'll talk about more about Bailey on Raw, but like, how do you feel about the crowd pretty much turning on Bailey now? Every time they saw Bailey on screen, they boo her. That's insane.
And that's
insane. It's sad.
For some reason,
the Brooklyn crowd, which are pretty much internet marks, that's how you know you fucked up, WWE.
Yeah, that's actually
the past 2 years in Brooklyn, Bailey was the biggest baby face ever. Now she's a heel, essentially.
Oh, she's not. Yeah, she's not.
I'm just saying, in the eyes of the crowd, essentially.
I don't look at her as a heel. The way I look, well, and not even that, because here's how I look at her. I look at her as just someone. She's the opposite of Roman Reigns. Okay, and I'll explain. Roman Reigns is the fact of you push her into our faces as if this is the person we're going to cheer for, and people are sick of it. Versus them trying to tell us we like Bailey. We're sick of this character. The whole I'm a grown ass lady acting like a 12-year-old who's living out her dream.
I think what started it was that Extreme Rules.
Yeah,
that kendo stick on a pole match.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Joking. You couldn't really. You can like almost kill Sasha by breaking her neck by doing that Hurricane Rana, but you can't hit somebody with a damn kendo stick. You could and then it's just their fault now. What can they do with this? Turn Bailey heel, I guess. I don't. Well, what can he possibly do? Because the issue, what you're going to have is an issue with John. You have the issue with John Cena. She's the baby face, but people are going to boo her. They're going to. I feel like there's going to be an issue with John.
Well, like Cena. I don't. Maybe the guy come up with something. Before
I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do. I really don't know what they're going to do with her. But we'll find out. One more bit of piece of news I would like to talk about is that apparently Davey reportedly decided to yet again, man, this WrestleMania 34, I feel like Davey has no idea what they're doing anymore with WrestleMania 34. This main event of WrestleMania 34 has been changed multiple times. From my report, it seems like they're going back to their original plan with Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. What are your thoughts on that?
Which I don't understand why, because I feel like that John Cena versus Roman Reigns would have been.
Oh no, John Cena versus Roman Reigns would have been better solely because I want to hear the crowd. It would be that match would be like the most politicked match in history. probably Roman Reigns versus John Cena. The two people that nobody in the crowd likes, but we have a hard on for both of them. So what are they gonna do with that? Whoever wins doesn't even fucking matter. Because that would be my entertainment just for that point of view, but
yeah.
But yeah, Brock Lesnar already pinned. But I mean, I just spoiled SummerSlam, but yeah, it's just why.
Actually, you didn't blow it. If you haven't saw it by now,
it's been a week. I know it's Saturday. It's like, I don't know why you're watching this podcast.
It's Saturday. I mean, no. Keep watching us.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm talking about like if you're watching us without watching anything else that you saw on wrestling this week, then I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, do keep watching us though. But yeah, so that was that little bit of piece. And the last thing of news before you get to Brooklyn and whatever. Do you know
Just the week of Brooklyn?
Yeah, the Leo Rush guy.
Man,
you signed him. I don't know who the fuck he is, so maybe you might know.
Okay, so let me. Leo Rush. I barely know who he is myself. But
I'm not gonna lie. When they said Leo Rush, I thought they meant Will Rush, the guy who made Davies music for Fastlane. That's what it was.
But I can give you a prime example if I can find the GIF, because there's one GIF that you will have to see. Give me a second. That made him, because he's actually a known wrestler. He's from CZW. Mm-hmm. He wrestled from other. I know him from CZW. I've seen him before. He was a CZW champion for a good while. A couple of stuff like that, and he's the same wrestler for wrestling and surviving CZW.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, so let me type this in, see if I can find this. If my computer was to cooperate with me, I've been having little problems with my.
Mm-hmm. Still there, man? For some reason you're muted. Hello?
Will you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. It was just for you muted for some reason.
Okay.
There you
go. Gotta fit some things. Okay, so give me a second. I'm trying to find this. Because apparently at CZW earlier this month, he was in a match. It was like one of his last matches, because everybody already knew the rumor of the fact of him not of him being signed to WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And hold on, I'm trying to see if I can find this, because I'm looking at the article now, but I don't know if this is the actual thing. Yes, okay, this is it. I'm gonna put this over here. I'm gonna put this over here in my second screen, and I'm gonna screenshot this for you to see, because this is crazy. Like when I seen this, I was just like, the hell. So Leo Rush was at CZW once in the lifetime. Okay, Look at this GIF. Okay, he got put through the table and stood right up. He got power bombed through a table.
So like, did he like no sell it?
He no selled the hell out of this.
Did you got power bombed, or
I don't know the whole thing. He got power bombed from a ladder through a table. Usually that's 1, 2, 3. Usually you're
Yeah.
down for a little bit. And all he did was just like, nope.
I don't like that.
A lot
I
of people
mean,
did not like
yes, I don't like that because yes, I know wrestling is scripted and whatever, and some moves don't as hurt as much, whatever. But now this is like blurring like this is like pulling the curtain back. It's like, come on.
Now
I
a
don't,
lot
I
of
don't, I
people,
don't, I don't like that. Yeah, I really don't like.
a lot of people did not like that at all because it's like. So the story is.
Now, first of all, that makes the other wrestler look stupid and weak.
Yeah. Yes. Now this is the this is the story. This is the story. Here we go again. At CZW's Once in a Lifetime, the new WWE signee Leo Rush took what appeared to be a power bomb off the ladder through a table. It was like sick, right? Then he stood up. Yep, before the opponent, not selling or nothing, to say it garnered a unique reaction from the wrestling world would be an understatement. Because you had Ricochet, who King Ricochet on Twitter, doing like a face palm. Rip Rogers saying Mark's idiot is no words to describe stupidity of workers, and office who even allow stupid dangerous shit to for this to be allowed. Then he also said this guy is an obvious idiot doing stupid dangerous shit without no regard to him or his opponent. I'm sure Boss is not a wrestler. Then you got people were saying he's killing the business. Them indie guys don't sell. 100 super kits ain't right. He's 140 pounds. Blah 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 blah. You know,
So why would they did they resign him before this incident?
Before I no after.
So they knew about this.
Yeah, but they had his eye on him. Now before all this, he's actually. I did see one of his matches before this. Like I don't follow him like a lot, but I know of him and I found and everything. He's actually a decent wrestler. Okay, it's just.
No, I mean he probably is. He probably might be fucking Rey Mysterio or whatever. My issue with that is I don't know. Now you see, I need to know the story behind this because did he no sell because he didn't like his opponent personally?
I mean, I like to. I would like to know. I would like to know.
Company.
I mean, look. I'm watching this a match where he got power bomb on what looks like thumbtacks and he sold it. You know, he got. I mean, like the man sells. Okay, the man does sell.
But why would that particular reason?
Yeah, for some reason, and actually no, because you know what? I'm looking at gifts and everything. Wow. Okay, that's actually. Let me screen share this again. Apparently, the same match. Hold on, come on, menu. Same match. Um, one. Close this out. Okay, it's right here. Same match. And I'm looking at gifts. I never watched the full match. I don't know if the full match is on YouTube or anything like that. But the same match. You look right here. You look at the gifts. Apparently, he pulled out a sledgehammer.
Mm-hmm.
Looks familiar, right? Apparently, he does the pedigree. And then apparently he does. I mean, he hugs the guy. And when the catch is saying this Uncle Paul indie guy gimmick is getting real dull.
Uncle Paul. So first of all, he steals Triple H's move.
Well, if there is one thing I've noticed, because you know who else does stuff like this? Tyler Bates, Pete Dunne, and I can't figure the other guy's name with the mustache. All from the
Trent Seven.
Yeah, Trent Seven. Yeah, they actually have a thing from where when they wrestle, like they've done it in Progress, they've done some other places where they have a move set from where they start mimicking Triple H.
Why is Triple H like the god of wrestling? I mean, I know Triple H is good. No, I'm saying I know Triple H is good, but goddamn, is he like the god of wrestling?
I don't know, but it's like I've seen pictures and I've seen video of them taking the pedigree and they took a pedigree, they do the spit of the water, the stuff like that, everything. So it's like I don't necessarily 100% know about it, but yeah.
I mean, he already has a bad. I'm just saying he has a bad first impression on me. Like for him to know.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I mean, the guy again, he could be good. I mean, from basically,
he is a good wrestler. I've seen him wrestle in PWG before. He is a good wrestler. He really is. It's just the fact that all right, and I'm just reading a whole bunch of things and stuff like that. But like, there's one thing that he did. Yeah, I don't.
Because the issue with that is, who's to say he wouldn't do it again on a grander stage? Let's just say I'm just spitballing at this point. WrestleMania main event, big match.
I'm looking,
sells a move. That's the issue I have.
Yeah, I'm looking at this thing, and like, apparently he had a gimmick where he was the Black Heart, which I'm pretty sure he's not gonna be doing that no more because that's what's the Tracy's called himself now. Not Johnny Gargano. I'm having a brain fart of his name. Ciampa. Yeah, he's calling himself Blackheart right now because he changed his thing on Twitter. But he's all about the not makeup, but like he's tattooed up and stuff like that. But he has himself painted with like a black heart and black veins going and like some of his vein face and stuff like that. So that's a gimmick, I guess. I'm pretty sure he's not going to be doing the black heart gimmick in WWE, especially since it kind of sort of reminds people of the demon gimmick. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they're not going to have two people doing something like
the same exact fucking thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, whatever.
I know. Like I said, I know showing you this might not have been the best thing.
No, I mean, we'll see what he can do. I mean, we'll see what he does. I mean, it's not like he's going to the main roster. He's just going to the Performance Center.
I mean, yeah, if anything, if he was signed like a year ago, he would have easily been Cruiserweight Classic. He probably lost like a couple extra pounds. He probably would have been the Cruiserweight Classic because I look at him as a considerable cruiserweight, stuff like that. But like I said, he is a good wrestler. That one spot
is now questioning.
Yeah, like I said, it kind of pissed off a lot of people. But I'm a fan of him, and I think that like if you don't, I would say look him up. No, I'm a fan of him, and I think that if you watch some of his matches, if you look past that particular spots, then you'll be a fan of him too.
All right. I mean, only time will tell. Only time will tell. But yeah, I guess that's all the news of the like mainstream news for wrestling. Let's get right into this is gonna be a long one. We'll try to go as fast as possible, guys. I know it's a lot.
And we already spent like 8 hours on
just talking about Asuka
and Lito Rush, you know.
So, well, I mean,
the hottest couple in WWE now.
Yeah, I mean, we'll try to go through this. I'm not saying as quickly as possible, but in a good amount of time. I'll say I'm looking at time 8:18. So here's. So I'm already announcing what we're gonna do. After we do TakeOver, and we'll try to go through all of SummerSlam. We'll take a break, like a 5-minute break. We'll do Raw and SmackDown, then probably take another break, and then just quickly finish off NXT and 205 Live. What do you think?
Which is your department because I don't know nothing about 205 or NXT. Remember, I had jury duty.
Well, you told me about 205 Live before I could even see it.
I saw that on the thing when I was on Twitter, and I was just like, here.
Right.
You was at work, wasn't you?
I was at work that day.
Yeah, so I didn't watch it. I was just on Twitter. Before I went to bed, I saw that. I'm like, oh, hey, I think you might like this, and I went to sleep afterwards.
All right, so yeah,
watch it.
All right, so before we get to Brooklyn, let me just get my cup of drink real quick, and we will be getting started. So give me 1 second.
I guess I go ahead and do the same.
All right, guys, I'm back. I'm just waiting for Ron.
I'm here. I'm here. I just didn't go nowhere.
All right, I got you. All right. So without further ado, let's begin. What the hell happened this week in Brooklyn, the Barclays Center? Because that's where all the action was.
We might as well just call it WWE Brooklyn.
Yeah, for this, yeah. Because that's where we was at the whole time. So starting off at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, which was highlighted by Drew McIntyre's body root. Holy shit, a bunch of stuff happened within that match and also everywhere else in the show. First things first, Andrade Cien Almas versus Johnny Gargano.
Huh? Wait, is that how you say his name? Because I can never say his name.
Andrade Cien Almas.
I just call him 100 because I know that supposed to be like 100.
Yeah, I just usually still call him by his first name, but
like that 100 guy. Also, because sometimes I can barely, watch NXT, being the fact that I'm maybe at Quizzo or somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I keep up with it here and there. Who is that chick?
And here's the irony. So here's the irony of this. That chick, she is the husband. I'm saying the husband. She is the wife of you want to guess who?
Wait, that's her? That's Austin Aries' wife?
Yep. The irony of that. Yeah, that's his wife. They signed her literally a week after he got fired.
Wow.
So the irony of that, I have no idea. But
somebody got to make the money in the relationship.
I still feel bad about the whole Austin Aries thing. I don't like it because it's like he was literally my favorite, not just cruiserweight, but one of my favorite wrestlers in WWE. But it's sad.
Well, I mean,
within a year, maybe in a couple months, I say a year, he comes back on better terms. I mean, like if he has an attitude problem, yes, I understand. There's nothing you can do about that, but
at the same time, it's not really the attitude problem. I mean, I understand.
I do get his reasoning for leaving too. If that is true.
Like, I'm sorry if I've wrestled people like Samoa Joe. I've wrestled people like, all these other people. But
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Like Nakamura and stuff like that. I can wrestle with the best of them. You never told me that I was here to be in the cruiserweights. You never said that to me. And suddenly you just try to make me the face of the cruiserweights, which is something I didn't ask for.
You see now, this is where I'm so conflicted. A part of me felt like I wish I could just say, just shut up and just be like Neville, where just take this opportunity where you have a whole division centered around you. He was a world champion. He was a world champion in multiple promotions. Why is it now on the grandest stage in WWE, he's relegated to a cruiserweight?
But at the same, you can say the same thing for Neville. Neville's been a champion in other organizations too, except the fact that I feel like they have told Neville that you could be the face of
a cruiserweight, literally
the cruiserweights and everything like that, and Neville took their ass. Okay, well, at least I'm wrestling with people of my style. I don't have to worry about facing people that I might get injured and stuff like that, and I can actually go somewhere in my career instead of being like second fiddle to most other wrestlers. Versus someone like Austin Aries, who is like, I'm here to wrestle the best of the best. Don't use my size as a factor. Like, I'm here to be here. And y'all turn around and just like, no, we just going to use it for cruiserweights. If they didn't say nothing to him about it,
I know. No. I mean, at least I'm just glad. At least he got to be at WrestleMania. Yes, it was on the kickoff show, but at least he got to be.
And I feel like that was probably one of the last straws too.
Was the kickoff show? I know, but it's first of all, I had a lot of issues with that WrestleMania. And again, I'm not trying to be that guy, but I'm sorry, but the women bitched about being on the kickoff show, and I think that screwed over a lot of wrestlers, i.e., Dean Ambrose and Baron Corbin.
Truth be told, and you know what, and we're going to talk about that when we get to SummerSlam.
Yeah.
When it comes to their decisions of kickoff shows, because I have a lot to say about that, but that's when we talk about
the irony of it. One of the matches on kickoff show was literally probably the second match of the night, and it was relegated to the kickoff show. That says a lot. But yeah, it's just quick thing of just Austin Aries. I get his point too. Think about it. Finn Balor. He's a cruiserweight.
Yeah, technically he is.
And yet he's fighting fucking Bray Wyatt, Roman Reigns, like Seth Rollins and them. And so I do get Austin Aries' point. He looks and good for him. He sees himself as something better than that. I see, but then the issue is what you're implying is that the cruiserweights are nobodies, which can be a debate, which is for another story. But it's like you could have been the face of
when you look at someone like Finn Balor. Yes, he is a cruiserweight, but they obviously have plans for someone like Finn Balor for being this big person. Mm-hmm. Austin Aries. We're going to talk about NXT, people. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
but can you imagine an Austin Aries versus Finn Balor match?
I can.
Okay, that's something that I feel like Austin Aries probably wants it because it has happened before, and like he can fight with the best of them, both heavyweight and cruiserweight.
And I also get the point. Think about it. They both came from NXT too. So why is that one person gets to be fucking world champion within a month on the main roster, and the other person is relegated to the cruiserweights?
Yeah. So like I said, if I would have an attitude problem too, if I came here for one thing and y'all making me into something else, and then I'm not even the champion of said something else.
He could have been. I feel like that Extreme Rules match he was going to become champion, but they just had it up to here with him, and they said, fuck it, you're just going to lose. I feel like that submission match he was supposed to win.
I feel like he probably should have won at WrestleMania, too.
He should have. That should have been his moment.
You know, if I'm going to be this... If I'm going to be this face of the cruiserweights or whatever, I would at least have to have the championship around my waist.
Yeah.
But anyway,
the whole point of this, his wife is, or soon-to-be wife is on NXT managing Andrade. So,
and like I said, someone has to
pay the bills
now.
So. Fair point. So yeah, very good opening match. I would have said this was arguably almost match of the night, but I have to give it to I had the person give it to the women, but I'm gonna tell you this was up there. This was up there.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I can't. This is probably one of the pay-per-views that I can't necessarily say what's the match of the night or not, because
all of them were perfect in their own way.
I mean, and then because I can go off and say, all right, okay, I'll go off and say even the Aleister Black and Hideo Itami match. That wasn't really the...
Yeah, that was like, out of all the matches, I'll say that was the weakest match, but not
but
not like weak, like horrible. It was just...
Yeah, but even at that point, it was still a good match. And whatever. It told the story of Hideo Itami trying to be... he wants to be respected.
Yeah.
And everything like that. So, like, that would be the weakest match, but not by much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all of them, like, they all put on the show. It was not one bad match. I could say if I had to point out one, it would be like Aleister Black and Hideo, but not because it was a bad match. It was just because it was just the weakest out of one. No, I do get your point though. But yeah, back and forth match between Andrade and Johnny. Bunch of cool spots. I think the best spot was when Andrade hit I forgot what he did. He hit the knees, like his signature knees, like the running knees thing into the what was it called? Turnbuckle. Right knees to turnbuckle. He missed, and I forgot what Johnny Gangaro did after that. Hold on, I'm reading the notes right here. I don't remember. He did something cool though. I was like, holy shit. But basically, the main point of the match is near the end, where when Gangaro looked like he was about to win, Sadia Vega, I think that's her fucking name. I'm just gonna call her Vega. Fuck Vega.
It's not Savio Vega. He was a wrestler in the 1990s. He was not even born when when he was wrestling. Oh my God!
I remember what I just said. Oh, it's Selena. I meant to say Selena.
I'm like, Savio Vega.
Like, I don't know why the first time I went to my head. It's been a while. So who's the last person to use a Vega name?
And for wrestling?
Yeah.
My thing is the last Vega I know is what is M. Bison in Japan, because his name in Japan is Vega.
No, I'm just saying, I'm talking wrestling. Who's the last
wrestling? I can't tell you off the top of my head.
That's my very first start. That's only because I played 2K16.
So I'm like, Savio Vega. How the hell do you know about Savio Vega? You wasn't even born with Savio Vega. Well, you were like 2.
I was 1. If it was 1996 in the ring, I was like 1. But
yeah, that's before your time, boy.
I know, but the point, yeah, Selena. Her name's fucking Selena. Holy shit.
Selena Vega.
Yeah, Selena Vega. That's her name.
Okay, like I said, because Vega is what M. Bison in Street Fighter, his name in Japan is. All right, so real quick, so you won't get too confused. Vega in the name in Japan, in the Japanese version of Street Fighter, Balrog, who you know as a boxer, that's Vega, who is the guy in the mask. Vega is M. Bison. M. Bison is Balrog, because the M in Bison is Mike.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why they switch names around is because, well, one, M. Bison looks a little bit like Mike Tyson. back in Street Fighter 2. They didn't want to get sued, so they just switched the names around. So now instead of calling them, because most of the time Americans were face Japanese players, instead of calling them Vega, Balrog, and Bison, or vice versa, they call him Boxer, because of Bison, Claw, because he has Claw, and Dictator, because Bison and Vega is a dictator.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah. So there you go. There's a little history. And
Bison, just so I'm clear, I know a little bit about Street Fighter. Bison's the guy with the glasses, like that guy. He has sunglasses and Bison.
No, that's not the guy with sunglasses. That's the guy with the hat.
Hat and Bison. That's what I meant. No, I was gonna say hat.
Hat and cape. Usually the Psycho Crusher. Usually the final boss in Street Fighter.
Okay, gotcha. But anyway, that was a D-roll. Yeah.
Well, so, this is from you calling about Vega.
I know Vega. Yeah. Why the fuck did you name her that? Anyway, Vega. She threw a DIY shirt at Johnny Garo. We didn't know what it was at first, but I knew it was the second I saw it. To distract him, and Johnny was hit with that that's like a nasty DDT that he has. That underhook DDT. He hits all the time, but I never seen him hit it with the impact that he did would make him get flipped, make Johnny Garo get flipped over. And for Johnny seeing one against Johnny Garo. Now, this is the first time Andrade won a TakeOver since TakeOver the end, which is always I was 16. Because let me tell you something. I feel sorry for. I mean, I'm glad that he's finally found his footing again. Because I feel sorry for Andrade. He had an uphill battle to begin with. When he first debuted, they made him fight Ty Dillinger. That was your first mistake. Your second mistake.
Yeah, because Ty Dillinger was over as fuck at the time.
At that time, your second biggest mistake was, and the worst one, was making him fight the debuting Bobby Roode.
Oh shit! He did fight Bobby Roode.
Yeah, that was the second biggest mistake they could ever fucking done. And then they made him fight Aleister Black.
Yeah, he was Aleister Black's first person.
And then they made him fight Roger. Well, then he had a match with Roger, which he also lost. So it's like he lost every TakeOver event ever since Brooklyn 2. Holy shit! So it's been a year since he actually won a TakeOver event, and now finally, once he did, he beat Johnny, which I think that was a good match. It makes him look good because a credible wrestler like Johnny Gargano makes him look viable. So now maybe he could be in contention now for the NXT title. We're at way down the line, but I like this because they're hinting that Tommaso is coming back. They're hinting at it. Okay, we know Tommaso is going to be going for a while because of his injury, but at least they're keeping it. At least they're keeping that feud alive between Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. I feel like this match.
Oh, no, trust me. If you follow Tommaso Ciampa on Twitter.
Yeah, he's hilarious on Twitter.
Okay, he's hilarious, but he's also like, it's like he keeps giving you that warning of I'm coming after you when I'm healed.
Yeah,
I am definitely coming after you when I'm healed, but you're not my friend no more. I'm gonna prove it by spending the weekend with you because our friends are getting married. But when it comes to most of the pictures, I'm gonna keep the kayfabe and just black you out. But we're in the same area.
Did you see that Triple H picture?
Yeah.
Where he was like, yeah, it was a good time, and he was shaking his hand, and it was only him. And then I think he re-uploaded. It was just him, and then he was shaking. It was two Tommaso Ciampa pictures. It was good.
But it was another one where he was like their friend got married. They were there, but to keep the kayfabe, he had to cut out most of those pictures.
That's ridiculous. Yeah,
because unlike what Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn did, where they're the worst of enemies, but our friends are getting married, so let's all take a picture together because we're friends in real life. He actually kept the kayfabe and was like, "Oh no, I don't like you." So, by the way, if you see me looking away, I caved in. I think I'm gonna. Unless they start late, I'm going to watch the fight.
Oh, you call? Yeah, I know. McGregor versus.
I really don't want to, but
Yo, I just realized Tommaso Ciampa unfollowed everybody.
Yeah, everyone who is associated with him. I think they say he keeps the kayfabe.
Hey, you gotta you have to love that. You have to definitely love that from him. So yeah. So there was that. Otherwise, very good match. I'm love that they're keeping it alive. Hopefully, my goal is to hope because they said his timetable for return is like around December. So I guess that's like near their like takeover for Royal Rumble, which is in Philadelphia. So imagine we get Tommaso Ciampa versus Johnny Gargano in Philadelphia. Takeover Philadelphia.
I'm thinking about doing it.
Yeah, that might be something I'll actually go for. Just to see that match for TakeOver.
And apparently, because here's something I was wondering, and my answer was answered. I thought that NXT TakeOver here was going to be at the Tower Theater like they usually have it. No, we can Wells Fargo.
They should have had the ECW arena.
Nah, they want bigger.
They should have, but
they should. And you're right, because I have been to the ECW arena recently, and they have fixed it up. As a matter of fact, there's a certain convention. People, but anyway, they I'll explain that here. They have they've redone everything. They still do have events. Everything, it does not look the same. I don't know if you've been down there, if you've seen it, but everything looks different. Even then, they want numbers.
I know, but they could have made
I mean, for fuck's sake, they sold out Brooklyn
for 5 nights in a row.
Yeah, they want to sell out Wells Fargo.
I just feel like NXT fits better in that type of crowd.
You're right.
That type of arena in general.
You're right. And here's the thing. I also thought that they were going to have it at Leocore Center, but apparently they just wanted to have it bigger. So that's why they're at excuse me. That's why they're at Wells Fargo.
It's just
it's ridiculous, but I understand how you feel, but that's what they're doing.
I know, that's just insane. But yeah, there was that match, and hopefully we might see it. That's his timetable to return. So hopefully that is the case. But up next is Sandy versus the Authors of Pain for NXT Tag Team titles. Now, this right out the gate was fucking insane because the match didn't even start yet. And they just started brawling all over the ring. Eric Young put out a table, which was used at the very end of the match. But he put out a table. They was just brawling. And so the original people in the match was supposed to be Akon Razar versus Alexander Wolf and Killian Dane. That didn't happen. When Alexander Wolf was going to tag Killian Dane, Eric Young got on the rope. And he got tagged in instead. That's the first time I've seen something like that.
Now, I have a question about that. I don't know if it's true. I know you usually read more of the dirt sheets than I do. There was a rumor that what's his face?
Killian Dane.
Injured. Yeah, Killian Dane was injured.
He probably was. Actually, let me look it up.
Like that was the reason why. It wasn't like a really noticeable injury, but it was like
it was injured enough to where he couldn't. Well, he wasn't that injured because he was able to do that spot on the table.
Yeah, true.
But he was probably injured. But it was probably an injury to the point where he couldn't actually compete in a long fought match, probably. And you're probably right.
Also, I feel that they're probably going to do the Freebird rule. Actually, let's just change the name. We're going to do the New Day rule. You can say New Day rule, even though certain circumstances, but still, I feel like they're going to do the New Day rule.
Now, as you say that, I'm looking on the website, WWE.com now. Now, I know this doesn't mean much, but when the New Day were champion, on their website, they had all 3 people in the picture. Like Xavier, Xavier, Chef, who the hell wrestling? Biggie and Kofi Kingston. They had all three of them in the picture. Now, I'm looking at NXT. They're only showing Eric Young and Alexander Wolf. And also, when it was the New Day, they were champion. If I would click on any of all three of their profiles, they will all say either when they were tag team champions, the Raw tag champion, and SmackDown, they will all say they were SmackDown tag team champion. When I click on Killian Dane, he's not considered a champion.
Oh, interesting.
So it's either because they didn't acknowledge it on TV yet, or they're taking a different route.
That's a good point. I mean, I don't. You have a point there. I'm not quite sure what they're going to do with that, but
now here's something I know I just spoiled the fact that Sandy. So Sandy won the titles. They became the NXT Tag Team Champions. Which the one spot I do want to point out is that spot with Nikki Cross. God bless her soul. Yes, when she tried to do a crossbody on now I can distinguish the two apart. She tried to do a crossbody on Akam. It was Akam.
Not Rizar. Rizar is the big guy who looks like who has a turtle shell with spikes on it.
And then Akam is the big guy with the spikes on the turtle. Yeah, they're both.
Usually if you give Razor a donut that has the liquid thing in there, it might turn it back into a regular turtle. I'm kidding. You don't know.
Yeah, I know what I'm
talking about.
I can tell them apart now. Akam, after almost a year of them being on TV, I can now finally tell them. I can never tell Jimmy and Jay apart, but I can finally tell these two fucking apart. Akam. So when she tried to crossbody Akam, he grabbed her, and before he could even do anything, Killian Dane did a crossbody on Rizar with Nikki Cross on her, so she got most of the impact through the table.
Yeah.
My God, you would not see this on the main roster. Yeah, probably.
She died. She died that day.
Yeah, that is, and yeah, so, but with that, I mean, she took the bullet for the team because that was able for them to win the NXT Tag Team titles. And Alexander Wolf, I congratulate him. He's the first, German-born?
Yeah, the first German-born
champion
of anything.
Yeah, so congratulations to him.
Oh no, that's not anything in WWE. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, yeah, he is the first German-born, so that's good. Good for him for to have that distinction. Now, before we get to the post-match of that, I want to explain why I think they might not do the Freebird rule. You remember Sawyer Fulton, right?
Mm-hmm.
The original member of Sanity. What I feel like is going to happen, because I know you don't watch NXT. What I always found weird is that when it came to Sanity, Eric Young and Alexander Wolf always teamed up, and Killian Dane always did singles matches. I found that weird because Eric Young is the fucking leader. I feel
so you think that this tag team? It might be like how the Shield is then, or how the Shield was, from where you have a single title with one person, and then the other two are tag titles. But they won't do something like the New Day rule or the Freebird rule.
Yeah, where
all three of them could have wrestled for the belt. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and it's weird because again, Eric Young's the fucking leader. But yeah, he's the tag team champion. So I'm just saying, let's just say, I feel like what's going to happen is Killian Dane might contend for the NXT title one day. Eric Young might get irritated because again, he is the leader. Why is he going after the main title? And then maybe Sawyer Fulton might come back into the mix because he only left because of injury. They had to write him off. So they had to get the jacket to somebody. So I don't know where that's going. I mean, you could tell Vince McMahon has interest in Killian Dane because remember, he was on the Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal just because.
Yeah.
So I feel like they might have interest in him. So it could be where he might get written off of Sandy eventually and just bring back Sawyer Fulton. I don't know. I just find it weird how Eric Young is the tag team champion. I always picture Killian Dane and Alexander Wolf as the tag team champion, Nikki Cross as women's, and Eric Young obviously as the leader, the NXT champion. But that's
maybe it's something storyline wise from where later on down the line you'll realize that Eric Gunn has agreed, like he's greedy and something like that, and they might use that.
Might. Yeah. No, and I can see it happening. Now, let's talk about the post-match. After Sanity won the titles, I won't say debuting because they already debuted. Bobby
coming
Fish,
together.
yes,
but
both of them together. Yes, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly attacked both the Authors of Pain and Sanity and laid them out. And they both grabbed the tag team titles, making it very clear what they want. This will eventually lead into later down in the night. But yeah, so what are your thoughts overall for this match? And
I knew that post match. I knew that was going to happen. Like, it was just a matter of when. And I'm not even mad that it happened sooner than I thought it was going to, because I thought it would be like something down the line later on, something like that, blah blah blah. No, they went right away with it, because you gotta remember Bobby Fish debuted earlier, and the Kyle O'Reilly debuted like a couple of weeks before that. So it's like something like that. You didn't expect them, or at least me, I didn't expect them to do their tag team thing this early.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently they're already getting it all the way.
Now I'm not gonna spoil the NXT tapings. Despite because they already did that themselves with announcing Asuka winning the title. The one interesting thing I'd like to note for the tapings, and it might coincide with something else, the Authors of Pain were not present at any of the episodes. Now, if you remember Fashion Peaks, the last one, Fandango specifically said, whoever wrote that message, that I feel like the whole SmackDown Live Tag Team division is in danger.
So you think it's them?
I think it's them, because I find it weird how. Again, I'm not going to spoil for people. All I'm going to say is Authors of Pain had no involvement with either Sanity or Bobby Fish or Kyle O'Reilly. That's all I'm going to say. They were not there. Period. I just find it kind of weird that you would think they'll get they'll get their rematch, but they weren't even present at all.
And the way things are going, of how, Asuka's probably is not going to be here for a while, or whatever. You never know.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just saying,
not every NXT superstar gets their proper send off the way others do. Some of them just fade away. I mean, a certain person that on Tuesday didn't get their proper send off.
And I find that amazing too. That came out of nowhere. I mean, I was expecting it. I was expecting it that fast.
Yeah.
I was expecting it. I was really expecting it that fast. But yeah. So I'm just saying Authors of Pain, they may debut eventually on the main roster. Because what Fandango said, that.
Well, remember, Fashion Police does come on
the next week, because they did say it was going to be 2 weeks anyway. So the irony, it might be them, because I find it weird how, and they weren't even at the live event this past week. You also Pain.
Yeah.
Sandy fought Heavy Machinery instead. So I'm just saying it may be because something they have bigger plans for Authors of Pain, which I pray for the tag team division, because I'm not saying that they're green. They have gotten a lot miles better than what they were, but it's gonna be something if this is truly the case. But moving on to Aleister Black versus Hideo Itami. First of all, you gotta love Aleister Black's entrance.
Yeah. I didn't know that that the band Code Orange did that.
Did it? No,
I did not know that.
They were there. But they did the opening for the show, because for some reason we had a concert in the beginning.
Well, I missed that, because I know Code Orange. I mean, listen, I do listen to heavy metal and stuff like that. I know of Code Orange from the first couple of songs I've listened to, at first it really wasn't my
cup of tea.
Yeah, it really wasn't my cup of tea and whatnot. So all right, fine. I did not know that it was Code Orange that did their thing. I thought it was just another band that the CSO or C dollar sign or whatever you want to call, and WWE had hired to just do this little track or whatever. But they have had live bands before doing certain things. I just thought that I didn't think that it was Code Orange that did
that. No, I mean no. Aleister Black's their theme, his theme is from CSO, but just for some reason,
but I thought they
performed it. They performed it, which is weird.
Yeah, like I thought it was just another just a regular. Hey, listen, we're looking for someone to just record this thing real quick. We'll give you a couple bucks and be on your way. I didn't know that they were, this. I didn't know that they were Code Orange. That's what I mean.
I know. I got you. But yeah, it was just I know. But either way, his interest was I liked it. Aleister Black. I'm surprised he isn't. I'm surprised it wasn't him in the main event of TakeOver Brooklyn at this point.
He'll get his. I don't see him. I don't.
Although I'm sorry, did you read the taping for NXT with Aleister Black? Holy shit! No, I'll tell you afterwards. I don't want to say to anybody.
Or send me the link. But you got it from our.
I'll just okay. So let me just Well, you continue to talk about the match, but I'll just send to you right now.
Okay. Obviously, something happened, and I like to know because I do like him.
And that's what I'm saying. If this is the next feud, then, I would say that it's an interesting turn of events for Aleister Black.
I just read. I just listened to before you had connected to start this. I was just listening.
Actually, I'm just gonna send you instead of sending you the link. Has a lot of info. I'm just gonna send you the paragraph about Aleister.
Okay.
And in the group chat. In our chat. But yeah. But basically, Hideo, he fought Aleister Black. It was like I said, if all the matches at TakeOver were good, this was the weakest one. Not
the weakest, but it was still good.
Yeah. So.
If you're going to put it in like first place, second place, third place, this will be last place. Last place out of those things. I'm reading it now. You go ahead and keep talking.
Okay, so Aleister Black. So he was fighting Dale Time. Very good match. I'm telling you, that black mask. Holy shit. Before you talk about that, Dale, for the most part, holy crap, Dale was actually giving him a fight. I was not expecting that. I thought it would be like a one-off thing. But Dale was actually giving it to him. What fucked him over, again, his own arrogance. He just wanted respect. He could have finished off Aleister Black with GTS. And because Aleister Black was down. He could have finished him off, but he just kept turning to the crowd saying, showing respect. And that's what screwed him over. Because once Aleister Black hit that black mask, it was a wrap for him. So
really?
Yes, that you see, you read it, right? That's why I said that is fucking interesting. That's gonna be something.
All right. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah.
Let's just hope there'll be a quick thing.
But yeah, Aleister Black, once he hit that black mask on Hideo, it was over, and he looked like Hideo looked like he got his head fucking kicked off, like he got amputated.
Okay, wait. I'm sorry. I'm
You still trying to get over what I sent you, right? That's why I was like, wow. When I first read that too, I was like, huh.
I don't think he was born. Once again, showing my age versus your age, but what you posted here have shades of Razor Ramon versus Goldust. And and when I'm saying that, because Razor Ramon and Goldust, this is early. This is heel Goldust. This is Goldust where mind games and if you were younger, you were questioning of like, is this man really gay? Because he's doing a lot of things that people might think he's gay. Like for instance, everybody thought this was a real thing, but Goldust, after a certain match, I think it was WWF Superstars, pulled down his part of his tights. That he has, remember he has one piece, but part of his tights and everything, and revealed on his chest that he got a tattoo of Razor's name. It just says Razor, but has a heart going, like a heart and an arrow going through. It's part of those mind games and stuff. What you sent me sort of reminds me of that. But okay.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see what time. I mean, we'll see. We will see how this goes out with Aleister Black. That's an interesting direction to take him. I mean, it'll add more layers to his character. Definitely that, because like is he a face or a fucking heel?
Well, at this point right now, he is a
face. I know, but I'm just saying it's like.
But this thing you just sent me, he's definitely a face. So
now, but yeah, so, I mean, it adds another layer to his character that he's going to be showing. I guarantee he'll be showing a lot more personality in this feud. If this is actually the feud going forward, he'll be showing a lot more personality. So, yeah. But yeah, with that being said, Aleister Black, he kicked off Hideo Itami's head with the black mask. 1, 2, 3. It was over. And Aleister Black did get busted open, but yeah, it was like I said, he really gave it to him. It was just his arrogance which led to his downfall. So, Aleister Black, I see him eventually, even though I saw the Red Spoilers for taping, but eventually he can go for the NXT title. Eventually, that's just when, not if, but when. In terms of Hideo, what are your thoughts on Hideo? What is he gonna do after this?
Let's just say, because I do like Hideo.
He has to go to the main roster. I feel like that's all that's left. Because
give him a good. I won't say give him like a title run. Don't do that. But
no, there's no point.
Give him a good heel. Hell, why? I would say let's have him go up against what's his face? Johnny Gargano for the time being.
Why not? Why not? I mean, because Tommaso ain't coming back for months. So why not?
Let's have them two go at it. That would be a nice little good match.
I feel like they can, because the Elias Sampson experiment proved that they could take anybody from NXT if they wanted to and make them $1 million.
Yeah, but at the same time, as you say, that Elias Sampson is start off as a nobody to become who he is right now. People already know who Hideo Itami is.
True. Fair point. Yeah, I'm telling you, Elias Sampson, he's been fucking killing his fucking gimmick every week.
Also, when you put it down what happened Tuesday, I kind of feel like that a certain person who premiered on Tuesday is not the same person that we saw tonight or on Saturday.
On TakeOver. Yeah. Oh yeah, obviously. So like, who's it? I mean, like, yeah. So they can easily do a character change, but yeah, because the person that we saw on Tuesday is not the same. His character is not the same on Saturday.
Yeah,
he's different. He is obviously they're going a different direction with him in the main roster, which we will definitely talk about. But yeah. But in terms of Dale, I don't know what else for them. What else is left for him? I mean, you did say Johnny Gargano, which is nice, but the issue with that is Johnny Gargano's gonna have to get his win back. that's gonna force Hideo to lose again. So then at that point,
they can go back and forth. It might not even have to be a It doesn't even have to be a a takeover. It could be weekly matches here and there.
I mean, yeah. Well,
because if you're gonna wait till the next takeover, that's not until November.
Yeah. We'll see. We will see. But yeah, Aleister Black, besides what I sent you, if I can go for the NXT title and Hideo, time will tell with Hideo. That's all I can say. Moving on to, again, my opinion, match of the night, the NXT Women's title, Asuka versus Ember Moon. Now, despite what we already know about now, but this match still was amazing. Because the whole story was, did Asuka have to cheat in order to be Ember Moon? And she was. In one instance, she kind of was. But at the end of the day, it still didn't change. The result was still going to be the same. The one key thing here is that Ember Moon actually hit the Eclipse on Asuka, and Asuka kicked out. Nobody thought. So that whole theory at Orlando is dead now, because we thought if she would hit the Eclipse, it would have been over. But she hit the Eclipse, and she sold the shit out of that Eclipse, Asuka. It's she sold the shit out of that Eclipse, and she still kicked out.
Yeah.
And at that point, it was like, now there's not what can you possibly do at this point?
Also, a lot of people were saying, do you think that that's the move that, because this ain't the first time someone got injured from Ember Moon's finisher.
Well, what is a collarbone? I'm not
up here.
Good. It's where?
It's up here. It's up here.
Maybe that. I wouldn't be shocked. That could have very well. It does torch your neck a little. I have to assume
it's a stunner. It's a stunner, but it's the fact of the impact of where it's coming from. Because remember, what's her face got injured?
Billie Kay.
Billie Kay. She got injured from that too. It ain't the first time that someone
got injured for it. And she might have to change her finishing moves. You might have to change that. People getting that.
The thing is that she's had that move. She had that move when she was in the Indies too.
Mm.
So,
well, to be fair, Samoa Joe had freaking muscle buster,
and
ever since fucking Tyson Kidd. But he was still using the NXT though. But the main roster, there's no fucking way they're letting him use it.
Yeah,
especially with the high-profile people he's fighting now, there's no fucking way.
Yeah.
So it's some of these moves they just can't do. But yeah, Ember Moon hit the Eclipse. That didn't work. She did a fucking super kick on Asuka when Asuka tried to grab her by the tights, and referee noticed it. That didn't work, and she still kicked out. Asuka was finally able to get her in the Asuka lock, and she held that in for dear life. Like, she was not letting go of that. Ember Moon tried to escape. She was not letting go of that. She finally tapped out. Asuka retains, and this was her final match. Which was actually, well, at this time on Saturday, we didn't realize, but this was her final match on NXT.
And a lot of people and the fans were surprised about that. I feel like a lot of fans was expecting Ember Moon to come along with that, but
I thought I was in my predictions. Even though we didn't do our prediction show, my prediction would have been Ember Moon. I thought it was over.
Yeah,
I really thought this was the end of the reign for Asuka. I mean, I'm happy they went this route because it kind of shows the character. It builds up even Asuka even more. She was so good that she had to fucking relinquish the fucking title because there was nobody else that was gonna fucking beat her. That's how good she was. They had to relinquish it. Yes, it was mainly due to we won't know if it was due to injury or this was their whole intention in the first place. But either way, it makes her look even better than what she already was. So,
like I said, I just find you beat everyone.
She literally.
There's no one left.
Wrestlers say all the time they have beaten every single person on this roster, but she can literally say that, and this actually holds merit. She is literally went through Every single member of that women's roster.
We have nothing else for you.
I guess you had to start fighting the fucking males. No, that was literally what you would have to do at this. No, that's literally what you had to do at this point.
No, you're right. It's like
there was nothing else.
We could put you against Brock. Is that legal?
I don't know. Like that, and that was the issue. Because, like, I mean, like before you get off of Asuka, let me just here's all the current active members of the NXT Women's roster. Aaliyah killed her. Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. We already know what happened to those two. Ember Moon. We already saw that twice. Liz Morgan killed her. She fought Mandy Rose before. She killed her. Nikki Cross. We already went through that. Peyton Royce. Yeah. Ruby Riott. She did beat her. The only person. There's only one person that she never actually fought. I guess she did. Yes, she did fight her. I lied. Sonya Deville. Even though she was fighting her under Daria. Her name was Daria, but she did fight her. I forget. It was actually in Osaka, Japan, when they did that live special in Osaka, Japan, when Shinsuke Nakamura won the NXT title. See, I remember this stuff. But yeah, she literally went through and those are all the women on their active TV roster. So what else?
We have nothing.
Unless she was gonna fight Kathy Kelly, the social media person.
Yeah.
Unless that's what they were gonna do.
You want to face Renee Russo?
Or like Renee Young. Ooh.
Yeah, like Renee Young. Do you want to? Maybe Lana. She's trying to learn how to wrestle.
Like there was nothing left for her. So this was literally it. I firmly stand with this decision. There was the only logical decision to do at this point because it's like, come on. Who the fuck else?
Like like I said, unless she sat there and waited for the Mae Young
Classic to end.
Classic to be over.
Yeah, she would have been kept off. She would have been kept off TV for months because she literally went through everybody. Who else is she going to feud with that she hasn't already beaten? Ember Moon was the exception because they had that story of, wait, if she didn't cheat the first time, could she have actually beaten her? But now we definitively know she would have beaten her regardless because she was able to kick out the Eclipse.
Look, she did that. Look, she's a heel. Okay,
I know.
That's her first thing. That's her first taste of being a heel. And I feel like everybody does that. Yeah, which come didn't have the belt long enough to.
The belt makes you turn heel eventually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you can even be as a heel like Bobby Roode, but I feel like that most of the champions there, that had a long stretch of being a champion. Most of them start off face and then they became heel because
eventually, even Neville did that.
Yeah, Neville did it.
Balor was the only exception.
Dodge was already heel.
Anyway.
So I'm saying
Kevin. Eventually, Seth became heel when he formed the Shield when he was still NXT champion.
Yeah.
So.
It doesn't happen often, but it happens
most of the time.
As a matter of fact, Sasha, when she was champion, she went in as a heel.
Yeah.
Even though it was friendly, she kind of went in as the heel.
And it was. I feel like the heel and face dynamic in NXT doesn't matter because, again, the perfect example, Sandy versus the Author of Pain. They're both heels at the end of the day. Regardless how you look at Sanity, they're heels.
Yeah.
So it was like, I don't think the dynamic matters anymore.
I think Author of Pain went in this as faces.
I would say
because
I would say more so Sanity, not because they got a face reaction. I just feel like because the Authors of Pain, they were saying how they are the dominance and nobody could beat them, and then Sandy stepped forward. That's how I look at it.
At the same time, the reason why I said that is because
the numbers game.
Not the numbers game. Well, yeah, one, the numbers game, but also I feel like because they were provoked.
Yeah.
Because remember, they did. Sandy was like nowhere in their eyesight, and they're saying, then that's what they're coming to the ring doing their thing, and then that's when you know Nikki Cross comes out of nowhere, and then then the
no, I get it.
Yeah, so
and then Eric Young came back and attacked. Yeah, no, I do get your point. Technically, in this dynamic, the alternate would have been faces, but they are both heels at the end of the day.
Yeah, at the end of the day, yeah.
I feel like this.
Also,
dynamic.
I think my stream died.
Oh,
no.
The Conor McGregor thing.
Yeah, I think I can't find anything. And you know what? I'm not even mad. I was expecting this. Let's be serious. This is the biggest thing ever. They're going to be sending a whole bunch of.
Oh, of course, just to shut it down. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll look around there.
Now we move on to the main event itself, which was the NXT title, Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Roode. It was a good match. It was out of my ranking. This was ranked third on my top 3 matches.
Yeah,
because I feel it was this one, then it was Johnny Gargano, then it was the women's. So yeah, it was a very good match. I like Drew McIntyre's entrance just because the pipes just made it so bad with his entrance music. I did enjoy that. Bobby Roode, I feel
also my dad was watching NXT TakeOver and he sends me a message saying, "When the fuck is he going to get to the ring?"
Hell yeah, Drew McIntyre because he was just
not Drew McIntyre. He's talking about Bobby Roode.
Oh, Bobby Roode because he was taking forever.
Yeah, he was like this. Like, what the? When is he going to get to the damn ring? He's saying they're doing the same exact thing over and over. Like that. This is what he does.
And
you just let it happen.
Yeah, so it was a good match. It was good. Bobby Roode, his glorious DT, who tried to do 3 of them in a row. That last one.
And Kevin Owens wins again. Go ahead.
That last one, he couldn't do it because Drew McIntyre they would hit the hell is the move called? The Claymore. Hit his Claymore. And he did hit the feet shock DT, but that wasn't able to put him out though. And Bobby Roode still kicked out. But he sold the shit out of that fucking Claymore. It looked like he got fucking shot. But he hit that Claymore. Bobby Roode fell on the ground like he got fucking shot or something. That was a good sell for him. And 1, 2, 3, Drew McIntyre. And Drew McIntyre became the first person to actually beat Bobby Roode on NXT. That's saying something. Because Bobby Roode's been undefeated for almost a year then. He hasn't been beaten for almost a year. So he had his own streak of his own, but yeah. Drew McIntyre first superstar to beat Bobby Roode. And after the match, when he became an NXT champion, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish came out yet again, distracting him. All I hear is the crowd screaming. I assume they weren't screaming for Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish since we already saw them. And here comes the debut of Adam Cole. Came out of nowhere, attacked Drew McIntyre, hit the super kick on him, and we ended the show on a cliffhanger with Adam Cole holding the NXT title and clearly showing what he wants since he debuted on here. So, yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
Because the thing where I was watching, they were pretty much pissed off as like, where is he at? Where is Adam Cole?
They didn't think he was gonna show up.
Because they used to doing the whole thing of like when you're showing the audience like who's there tonight and something like that. I mean that's how got there. Drew McIntyre, you know, he was the last.
And he came out of nowhere. I know.
Yeah, he was like one of the last NXT surprises of the thing of just like, oh well, we're Drew McIntyre. What the fuck?
Right? I was like, was he not just in WCPW?
So that was one of the things that people was expecting to see Adam Cole in the audience, and they didn't see Adam Cole in the audience. But when he showed up at the thing, it was just like, oh.
And then
it was a surprise to me, but I already knew it was going to happen. I actually like the fact that it happened like this. You know, like now the shit's getting real.
In NXT, this is literally Bobby Roode and Asuka were officially the end of an era for the old NXT. Now this is literally the start of the new one.
Yeah.
But both of them being gone now, I said the end of the era of NXT happened with Shinsuke Nakamura left, of that era of NXT. But now with Bobby Roode and Asuka mainly because she was still part of the original NXT when Finn Balor and Kevin Owens was still there. But now with both Bobby and Asuka leaving, this is literally the start of a new era in NXT. So we'll see. We will definitely see. I mean, Triple H always said TakeOver Brooklyn was their WrestleMania. So WrestleMania, as you know, is always the end of all the storylines that was taking place over the years. So this is something brand new.
Yeah.
Something brand new. So, yep. We will see. And that's TakeOver Brooklyn. A good show. Out of both SummerSlam and TakeOver Brooklyn, I would personally say I enjoyed TakeOver more solely because of
I think everyone likes TakeOver more than they like
the main show. I mean, because Triple H gets it. That's why. It's not about some BS ending or whatever. It's about the match. You can do whatever after the match, but because again, Triple H gets he gets it. But yeah, so I decided for SummerSlam. I'm looking at the time. Here's what we're gonna do because I know we always derail or whatever. Here's what we're gonna do. I have a stopwatch on my watch. We will have for every match that we do moving forward, or every segment, I will give ourselves 5 minutes. Okay, I'm looking at the time, but at this rate, we ain't gonna be done till like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, right.
Because it took us almost an hour and a half to talk about TakeOver. So I'm gonna give ourselves about 5 minutes. If the conversation is important, we will continue. I'm the same for each segment. If we're not going anywhere within the 5 minutes, we move on to the next one.
Sounds fair.
All right. So start first thing first. SummerSlam again, of course, at Barclays Center. 2 main events: the WWE title and and the Universal title. But we'll talk about that later. First things first. Kickoff with Miz.
Actually, let's talk about let's talk about it like this, okay? Miz and the Miz Ross won. Usos won. What was the other?
No, but I want to talk about the Usos in the New Day match, though.
Oh, you want to talk about that? I want to talk about the fact of why were these pre-show matches?
I can understand the Miz and the Miz-Taraj and the Hardy Boys Jay Story solely because this was never meant to be this match. It was supposed to be the Hardys versus the Revival. So yes. I can understand that. What I refuse to understand is why was Neville. Yes, I know whatever fucking problem they have with the cruiserweights. I don't know why Neville and Kira was on the kickoff show, and I sure as hell don't know why the Usos and the New Day were on the kickoff show. Because Usos and New Day, in my opinion, were second match of the night, and it was on the fucking kickoff show.
My problem, my thing is, even for kickoff show, why did y'all start that fucking early?
It was weird because did you see the crowd? And Miz, I love how Miz. I'm so happy.
The crowd. There was a crowd.
I know that. I was so happy when Miz referenced that. Oh, so this is what a sold out Barclays Center looks like. I wouldn't know. Because it was like, what the fuck? It was so ridiculous. Why would they?
The crowd. And apparently what he said was that the doors didn't open. Tight. Yeah, security was tight and doors didn't open, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so with that said.
Why would you still start the fucking matches? They had a whole nother hour. They started the Miz match at 5:40. So you had a whole nother hour to somehow fit that in. But he started early.
If someone could have went down or talk walkie-talkie someone, let these people in so we can fill up these seats. We are going on the air in X amount of time.
It was like an indie show.
No, it's not even an indie show. It looked like a TNA show.
There's nobody there, like 5
It looked like an early TNA show, like when they used to do live events.
I'm about to say, have you seen TNA live events?
Yeah, it looked like one of the live events when it was like
for them. No, I don't even laugh at that. I feel like legit sorry for them.
Like, come on, like y'all couldn't at least wait it until the seats were a little bit decently filled before y'all decided to have that match.
No, what kills me, and I will never understand this. How was it that they had? Like I said, I can understand the Miz versus Jason and the Hardys because this was never supposed to be a match in the first place. I get that. How can Neville and Kirizawa and the Usos and New Day, two championship
matches, that's another thing too,
be relegated to the kickoff show, and yet we had Big Show versus Big Cass on the main fucking card? How does that make any sense?
And then that match was just
how? Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about that match.
So just to quickly sum up, the Miz and Mr. Oz did defeat the Hardys and Jason Jordan. Neville reclaimed his cruiserweight title against Akira Tozawa, which clearly Akira Tozawa just meant, which makes me question what was the fucking point of the title change on Monday if y'all were going to do this anyway.
Right.
What was the point? I have one theory, which I'll get to 205 when we get to 205 Live, but I have one theory as why this happened, but that was just, that confused me for the longest up until 205 Live when that happened. I realized maybe there was one reason why this happened. But anyway, and then the Usos New Day, which was hands down literally the second best match on the show, in my opinion, and it was fucking relegated to the kickoff show. Why? The Usos and New Day put on match night every time they're on the fucking pay-per-view.
All right.
They did that Money in the Bank. They did that Battleground. And they did it again at SummerSlam. Which I hope to God, at Hell in a Cell, their final match, it has to be in Hell in a Cell. Make history. First tag team Hell in a Cell match. Why not? It will be interesting, too, because, like, will the third member New Day be outside the cage or they'll allow him inside the cage? Because there's no disqualification. That would be an interesting scenario. So, I mean, we'll wait. If there's actually Hell in a Cell match for them, we'll see. Now we move on to the main card. All right. So, like I said, 5 minutes. We will start with this. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Baron Corbin versus John Cena.
Sweet match.
Yes. Now, while we have this 5 minutes, what are your thoughts right now on Baron Corbin with this whole situation? What were you hearing, and what information can you gather? Because since we weren't here last week, he lost his fucking Money in the Bank briefcase.
Apparently, what happened is, and I don't get it because I thought that the WWE actually didn't like him, but apparently,
I thought he loved fucking him. I thought they loved him.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Dave Meltzer.
Oh.
Okay, so apparently, this is what the what it says, the dirt sheets. And this is true. I do follow Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin was going back and forth with Dave Meltzer on Twitter. I forgot what it was about. But apparently they were going back and forth. And with that being said, they're trying to say that he was unprofessional or whatever, something like that. I guess that's the reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
But that because of that, that's why they stripped Money in the Bank off of him, and that's why John Cena buried him. Also, apparently, John Cena.
And I was about to get into that.
John Cena thinks that Baron Corbin has a bit of an attitude, and backstage, and you kind of saw it because apparently he kind of mouthed something to him. That the cameras did catch
on SummerSlam, yeah.
On SummerSlam, when he was saying that you ain't shit or something like that.
Yeah, nobody cares.
So apparently this was a burial match, all in all. It's mainly because he has an attitude problem backstage that some people don't like, and John Cena kind of was holding court for that backstage. But it also goes to the fact of he wasn't showing sports, I guess, like WWE etiquette, you might say, going back and forth with Dave Meltzer, and Dave Meltzer is kind of fans. I always thought that.
I hated Dave Meltzer. I thought they always hated him.
Yeah, I thought so too. But apparently,
that's why I personally don't think that was the real reason. I think it was mainly the John Cena thing, because John Cena is literally WWE's second shareholder. Like that's
second in command. It's a little
second in command. So
yeah, but it's a little bit of both though, because like I said, they were going back and forth and everything like that, and it's kind of more on the lines of you should have been more professional.
I know,
going back and forth.
And I do see it from that perspective. Yes, I know you shouldn't engage on Twitter wars.
Well, I mean, but then when you say like that, like I guess that's why. Well, technically, if you look at Kevin Owens' thing, he has calmed down.
Well, the difference between Kevin Owens and whatever, he's literally his character 24/7. Baron Corbin, you can tell, you can tell the differences of what people are doing. Kevin Owens, you know what that's literally his gimmick on TV. Baron Corbin, he wasn't playing his character on TV when he was arguing with Dave Meltzer.
Yeah, but at the same time, I looked at Kevin Owens' Twitter a couple weeks ago, and I'm looking at it now. Kevin Owens looks and seems like he's a bit more.
Well, probably definitely after this incident, probably yeah.
Yeah, like he's not. When people call him stupid, when people say all this stuff, Kevin Owens will snap back at you like that in the instant. It didn't block you.
I know.
lately he has not been doing that. He's been showing himself, hey, I'm with my family doing this, and
probably because of that. No, you're right. Probably because of this whole incident. But yeah. So it still makes me question what was their original plan for the Money in the Bank.
I still think that what happened was
it was supposed to be at Summer. I feel like it was supposed to be at SummerSlam when Shinsuke Nakamura would have won, which is why I think Shinsuke Nakamura lost.
Yeah,
it's because they originally planned for him to win just for Baron Corbin to cash it in the same night.
Yep.
And I think that's what fucked it up.
But I feel like I didn't know he was there. But yeah, I feel like that was like the original plan. But now they're going to make this feud go on a little longer.
Well, they had no choice now. I think the original feud was supposed to be Baron Corbin versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the title. But now they have no choice because whatever the fuck Baron Corbin. I think after on this past Tuesday, Baron Corbin might be going for United States title now.
I don't know.
I feel like he is because I was saying this for
because Kevin Owens is done. But
it's done. But it has to be Corbin. Who else is Styles going to fight now?
That's true, but at the same time,
he ain't fighting. There's no way he ain't fucking fighting Rude because they're both faces. So there's no way. But yeah. So there's that. Cena buried Corbin. Done. All right. Moving on. Oh, that was only 5 minutes 20 seconds. We was only 20 seconds off. See, we could talk a lot in 5 minutes. We can get our point across in 5 minutes. All right. Next thing is Natalya versus Naomi for the Smackdown Women's title. Go. I wasn't expecting this at all. I personally wasn't.
I sort of was, being to the fact of, and I said it with Robert at Friends. I'm not angry about this. Yes, I do like Naomi. I think Naomi is one of the best talents that they have right now. But I'm also saying to the fact of Natalya hasn't held a belt since
7 years. That's what they say. That says a lot.
Like, come on.
I know. It was getting sad at this point.
She even went for the NXT title when she faced Charlotte and she lost that one.
No, and it says a lot because again, out of everybody on women's roster, besides the new women, Natalya was literally the only legit wrestler on the women's roster for so long. Before like Sasha Banks and whatever, and then got caught up. Natalya for the longest was like the only legitimate wrestler in that era of divas on the main roster. So it's like for her to not have a title in 7 fucking years, that says a lot. What they were doing with her. So I am happy. I'm shocked. When I say I was shocked in a good way because I didn't think they were going to give the title to Natalya. I thought they just did this match just to be something different because they didn't want to do Charlotte. They couldn't do Charlotte versus Naomi after the whole Ric Flair incident. So
yeah. I mean, look, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But like I said, I love Naomi as a wrestler. She's one of my favorite wrestlers right now. But at the same time, Natalya is. Hold on. I gotta look this up. I know I don't want to go too far off. I have to look this up.
No, no,
because Natalya has to be, I would say, mid to late.
She's about to be 40.
Yeah, she's about to be 40 years old.
Yeah, because no shit.
No, she's 30, she's 35. So she's in the thing, but at the same time,
she's in the realm of
as far as women wrestlers right now.
I know your career usually doesn't.
Yeah, because like between women wrestlers, there's certain lucky ones who can go past a certain age to and everything, and to keep going at a certain age. Luckily, she's one of those people who can still go, but at the same time, it's like.
Well, just for the record, Asuka's also 35. But to be fair, Asuka looks like she's fucking 20.
I must say, also Asuka bathes in the blood of some.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Like, the only thing Natalya has is the fact that she's a heart, which yes, that is tough. But between that and then Asuka, maybe that's a future match down the line for all we know. But my point is the fact that Natalya, she's at the age where some female wrestlers usually, when they get older, they get hurt a little more than say male wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
She might be the lucky one. She might go the distance. But like I said before, the fact that she hasn't held a belt for 7 years, she needs that.
She deserved it.
Yes, yeah, she deserved it, but she for her, she needs that. Okay?
No, for the work, she needed it. She deserved it because again, for her to sit in the back with this whole women's revolution going on, they had to at least give this to her.
Yeah.
Because she sat for almost 2 years doing nothing. Even Paige referenced it. What were you doing this whole time? Nothing.
What she was doing? She was farting.
I know. It's sad.
Okay, like
sad.
So like I said, I love Naomi. I hope Naomi gets the belt back sometime soon. And stuff, whatever. But damn it, Natalya, she deserved this. Just like you said.
No, she definitely did.
She really deserved this belt.
And
I'm glad she won.
So yeah, we'll see what happens. Again, Carmella did not cash in her main event case, so we'll see where this feud. Obviously, the rematch will happen. Hell in a Cell.
And I don't know how much time we got left, but
no, we still had. We just actually literally just hit 5 minutes, but
all right. Because I was going to say, with that being said, that definitely shows you. Because I remember you had said that they probably wasn't going to do a cash in for both cash ins when Corbin had it, and
I think Corbin was originally supposed to cash in at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I think they kept I feel like they kept the original plan for the women's title going, but they had to do something else for the men's.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we will definitely see where this goes for both Carmella, Naomi, and Natalya. I don't think Natalya is losing this title anytime. There's no way she's gonna lose that Hell in a Cell. This will literally make no sense then.
Yeah.
If she loses that Hell in the next pay-per-view Hell in a Cell, I feel like she's gonna keep it up until maybe Survivor Series. Maybe there's no way. I personally feel like there's no freaking way for them to let her drop the belt that quickly. But yeah, moving on. This will probably be less than 5 minutes, but I'm still gonna put on time anyway. Big Cass versus Big Show. Didn't care. Yeah, didn't care. It was pointless.
We skipped. The
only thing I'm going to acknowledge is again. I mean, credit to Enzo. He made him the most important part of the show of this match. He got out the fucking shark cage.
Only to get
fucking.
Okay. But so apparently, for what I heard about this,
and it's I did hear about it. It's kind of fucked up, but
apparently this was a punishment for him.
Yeah, for any hate type. But what happened to the whole be a star thing, WWE? You see, they don't advertise that anymore anyway. So
yeah, they gave up on that.
Yeah. So would that be I mean, Big Cass won. So I mean, I'm saying so, and I feel bad saying that because the next night on Raw, this match literally meant nothing after the next night on Raw. But we will get to that. I mean, how does fate turn? I would say that for Enzo, because I personally feel like had Monday not happened, I feel like Enzo was gonna get fired.
You think so?
I personally felt like it.
I think actually, I have a counter to that. We'll talk about that on Monday.
Yeah. So, but yeah, this who knew this match was literally gonna? I mean, this match meant nothing, but this match literally meant nothing because of Raw the next night. But so we will never know what really is gonna happen after that. But moving on to another match that I'm not saying meant nothing as of yet, but we'll see. Randy Orton versus Rusev, and by match, I wouldn't even say that because the match was like only technically 7 seconds. Because when the referee rang the bell, Randy Orton hit the RKO and it was done. Now, what were your thoughts? Did you hear the rumor of both Lana and Rusev asking for their release?
That's not true.
I know. So
Lana debunked it, but at the same time, if I was Rusev, I would question my deal of being here because of being in WWE right now.
Mm-hmm.
My status of being here because at first, my whole thing was when I come back, I want a title shot. I don't care who's the champion.
I wonder what happened there.
Yeah, when I come back, I want my title shot. Okay,
yeah.
He said that instantly. When he came back, he got beat by John Cena in some stupid ass match, and then
flag match was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, and which you already knew. I'm trying to remember in any flag matches that we had in the history of wrestling where the bad guy won.
I know because John Cena was technically the bad.
No, he was the good guy.
No, that promo that he did, it made Rusev
look, I understand what you mean.
That whole basically, if you don't support me, you support 9/11. Okay.
Listen. I'm about to say, I know you're about to go there, and you're right. That's BS. But
I know, but I do get your point. Yeah, he'll never win a flag match.
Yeah, like he's American, and we live in America, so yeah. But anyway, my whole thing is you have to ask yourself, especially to the fact that you expect a match. I'm legit expecting a match between Rusev and Randy Orton because it's not like these two don't wrestle. I mean, aren't the best wrestlers and anything. They're good in their own thing. You're expecting a good actual match. So what happened when you go to Lana? I mean, you go to Rusev. He told Rusev, all right, so here's the deal. You're going to attack Randy Orton before the bell rings. And when the bell rings, he's going to RKO you, and you're going to win. Like, what?
Now, I would like to think this might lead into something more. It didn't help, and it did not help matters at all, where neither Randy Orton nor Rusev was on Smackdown this past week.
Right.
So it makes me question what was the point in this. But again, maybe this might be something bigger. How would we know? I seriously doubt this whole Rusev calling out, there's no challenger for me, just Randy Orton come out, won't lead into something.
I don't know. It's just kind of.
It's weird. It is definitely weird, but hey, that's that. We will see. I just feel bad for Rusev. He does deserve better, and I feel like they get this to Randy Orton solely because, hey, you kind of job to gender 3 pay-per-views in a row. We'll give this one to you.
And also at the same time, I feel like that we probably won't see Randy Orton for a little bit because I feel like he's about to take his little
vacation
break. Because remember, he does it. He has.
No, he does that all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, he has wrestled a couple of straight and everything like that. I feel like he is due for his little breaky poo.
But yeah, so we will definitely see what's gonna happen. And you got some motorcycle outside. We will see
what I heard earlier, but
we will see what will happen with them. Moving on, and this is gonna be an interesting discussion. Sasha Banks versus Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's title. It was good, yeah, definitely a good match. It's shocking. Sasha Banks won.
I wasn't shocking for me.
No, because now I question: had Bayley not gotten injured, would the same result would have happened?
Yeah,
So you're saying Bayley would have won the title?
I feel like that because the way the story was progressing.
Well, we don't even know the fucking story because
no. Well, I'm just saying. Hear me out. All right. Before anything else happened, I feel like the way they was going with the story. Because remember, they scrapped the whole thing of, Bayley's going to fall in love with
Corey Graves or something.
Corey Graves.
I know. What kind of fucking monstrosity was that? I have no idea.
But I think that is that they was going to actually, she was actually going to lose the belt to her. Okay, because I feel like that feud was supposed to go on for a little while. I mean, look, you've seen the No Mercy commercial.
I know Alexa Bliss is the main.
Right, so I feel like that that was going to go on for a good while. And then the injury happened. So it's the fact of I feel like that the reason why you sit there, you're going, oh well, what happened here? Like, was she supposed to do? I feel like she was supposed to lose. Anyway, it's just the fact of to who.
That is the question. To who?
Yeah.
And she lost Sasha because I mean, their plan was to originally take the belt off Alexa anyway. I guess Sasha would have been the next best option. So yeah, we will definitely. So this first of all, that Sasha would be a 4-time Raw Women's Champion, and we will see where it goes from here, especially after Raw because the next week she'll have to defend it anyway. So we'll see where that goes. We won't know what really is the case because again, this was eventually meant for Bayley. So I guess are they just taking the place for Bayley? Whatever Bayley was going to do, they're allowing Sasha to do it instead. Who knows? Yeah. Moving on to the Demon, Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt. Now, before we even start any of this, before we go on our discussion, what are your thoughts? I personally don't like how they're doing this with Finn Balor, where they're treating him as two separate people. Yeah, I don't like that. So I don't like that.
So me as a fighting gamer, okay. You know what this scene? You know what this reminds me of?
What?
Hey, if you pre-order this now, not only will you get Finn Balor, but you'll get the costume, the Demon Finn Balor.
I don't like that.
Or if you do a pre-order the game, you get the pre-order DLC of the Demon Finn Balor, which is pretty much nothing. Because I've referenced Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite with, and I'm sorry, I should put this on mute. I've referenced Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, where one of the DLCs in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is when you buy a certain edition, you get a costume of Evil Ryu. You don't fight Evil Ryu, who usually sometimes have different moves as Ryu here and there, but you fight Evil Ryu. I mean, you're going to have Evil Ryu's
as a costume.
So I'm about to pay $80 for a goddamn
skin
costume. Yeah, skin. That's what this is. That's how I look at that.
I don't like that.
The match was not Finn Balor in his demon form. You put him as the demon Finn Balor.
As he's a separate. I don't like that. Now, I was arguing with people on Twitter about this. They would explain the American Badass thing. And again,
I read that and I wanted to say something, but I was a little busy.
Big difference. Undertaker, Phenom Undertaker, no, Deadman Undertaker, and American Badass Undertaker is a big difference because they are literally two different characters. Phenom Undertaker does not still act like American Badass Undertaker and vice versa. Yeah. They're literally two different characters, especially the fact that the American Badass Undertaker worked for 3 years before he went back to the Dead Man. They are literally two distinctly different. Yes, they are the same person. Don't get me wrong. They are the same person, but they are literally two distinctly different people.
And only once did Taker reference the fact of him being the
dead man.
The dead man when he said that I might be something, but I still get down with the devil.
Yeah, I remember seeing that promo.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, they are so Finn Balor. Yes, I know he has two different gimmicks, but he's still the same fucking person. The only
thing, there's no difference between
Demon Finn Balor and regular Finn Balor.
The difference between the two is one has a longer intro.
No, I blame the main roster for this. In NXT, if you remember his stint in NXT, all it simply was just considered war paint. That was it.
And that's
there was no fucking demon. There was no fucking demon king. There was no backstory to any of this stupid shit.
Exactly.
Tried to pull out. It was literally just war paint that he only brought out at takeovers. When he had to defend his title. That was it. But they were treating this as a separate fucking character. And I have an issue with this because I personally feel like, and I know this is gonna fucking happen, they're gonna do Finn Balor versus Demon Finn Balor, and I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry. I don't know because they're treating it as two different people.
You know what? You know what?
I can see them doing it. You can't see them doing that.
No. I can see him do it. You wanna know why?
Why?
You know why? Because they fucking did Undertaker versus Undertaker.
Undertaker before and Kane versus Kane.
Yeah, they've done Kane versus Kane before. So
they did fucking Sin Cara versus Sin Cara.
Yeah. So I can see them hiring some dude who has the same abs as Finn Balor, and it's like, I'm the demon Finn Balor. You have to fight your demons.
Oh my god! It writes itself. It writes itself, but it's so fucking ridiculous.
Trust me, I understand how you feel because I too see that happening sometime down the line, and the fact that you brought it up.
I'm looking at the website. It doesn't say Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt. It says the Demon Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt. I don't like that.
Yeah,
he's literally the same fucking person. This is not. They didn't call American Badass Undertaker American Badass Undertaker. He was the Undertaker, but the difference was he was two different, completely fucking different people. Those are two different personas. This is literally the same person who has face paint, who wears paint when his shit gets serious, but it's still the same fucking. Perfect example on Raw. He came out as Balor Club Balor, like as if what he just did on SummerSlam
never happened.
That's my point.
I woke up and I had a bad dream that I was a demon again. Oh no, what did I do?
It's like it. I don't know. I mean, I like the fact that he has two different entrances and like.
He doesn't have two different entrances.
No, I'm talking about in terms of like the entrance video. I'm talking about like.
No, not really. Because you know what? How many minutes we got left?
Well, it doesn't matter. But
okay, yeah, because. No, because the reason why I say that is because if you rewatch the entrances, that they actually fucked it up because when he does this, it turned back to white again.
I know because when they don't know that
everything's supposed to be red. When he spreads his rings or whatever, it's still supposed to be red. No, it went white back to red
because they probably hit the wrong button because they probably thought, oh yeah, this is just Finn Balor.
Because that's what he is. It's only The difference is the main. Yeah, it's the same thing. The difference is one crawls and one walks.
Exactly. No, you're right.
One adjusts his jacket every 5
seconds,
and the other one likes to crawl.
Yeah, that's literally what it is.
Okay, like I mean, and that's not taking anything away from Finn Balor.
Oh yeah,
it's
of course not.
The fact that it's this man that y'all.
I just don't like. Yeah, I don't like the fact that they're treating them as two different people. They're dubbing him.
Yeah.
As two different people. I don't personally like that. I can see some stupid shit down the line where they're gonna do.
And like you said, it's something like that is not too far fetched
from them
where like I said, all you have to do is just find some random guy with some killer abs, paint him, call him a demon, and that's for you. The same size as Finn Balor who can wrestle, and someone has the same movesets.
Exactly.
Put some paint on him, and that's for you know he's Demon Finn Balor. And for fuck's sake, you never know. That might be an extra character.
It's sad. We spent
new 2K.
The past 8 minutes talking about just his. Can we even talk about the match? The match was good. That's all I'm gonna say. It was fine.
The match was mad because to me the match was mad because he kind of did a little rush. When you look at it.
No, I mean I could tell, and which is why I will never understand Akira versus Neville on Raw. I can understand Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt after seeing this match because I feel like they knew they weren't going to get the right amount of time for their match, so they did it on Raw instead. They had the real match on Raw.
Yeah, but no. When I say that is Bray Wyatt did that
crawling thing.
No, not the crawling thing. He did that devastating ass clothesline.
Uh-huh.
Then he did the crawling thing.
I know.
Finn Balor just nips up as if didn't hurt me.
I know he's a demon.
I'm a demon.
What happened back in the days where it was just war paint?
Yeah, because things still hurt.
No, he wasn't acting like no, you're right. He was not acting like this in NXT. It was literally just war paint. He didn't do those mannerisms. Oh yeah, this doesn't affect me. This doesn't affect me. Like I remember him fighting Tyler Breeze. Like this was just literally considered war paint. He didn't need to be the fucking demon to fight Tyler Breeze. It was just simply war paint.
I mean, yes, he still came out like that, but it
was just simply.
It was just for the effects. He was still. I mean, and hell, if you really want to go about it, remember last year SummerSlam where he came out as the Demon King, but all that shit went away with Seth Rollins from that day.
Right?
Okay, he felt pain.
Point. It's just I'm not trying. This sounds like a diss for Finn Balor. No, I love Finn Balor. Don't get me wrong.
We love Finn Balor.
My favorite. It's just I hate the fact that they're treating his demon persona as two different. I'm not gonna say persona. It's a gimmick. His demon gimmick as two completely separate characters from his regular persona.
Because the next time you'll see the demon,
it's gonna be demon versus
probably Survivor Series.
Probably
because he only supposed to bring it out during the Big Four.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, you saw it at SummerSlam. So the next time you probably see it will probably be
a perfect example. Remember in Extreme Rules when he fucking fought the Fatal 5-Way? That would have been the most reasonable one to bring it out. He played 5 fucking top
5 dudes. I would ask for a demon too.
But that's my point. That's my point. It wasn't because it doesn't matter. It's the same fucking thing. He wouldn't have needed it then. He wouldn't have need. I can understand Bray Wyatt just to prove a point to him, but again, if he really needed it, he would have did it at Extreme Rules. But whatever. Moving on. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins versus Cesaro and Sheamus for the Raw Tag Team titles. I like the match was fine. I'm glad. First of all, I'm happy because congratulations to Dean Ambrose. Despite the shit that Davey gives him.
Congratulations to Dean Ambrose and Time Fire Seth Rollins.
yes, I saw the Twitter. Yes, it's his fucking outfit, and Time Fire is my favorite Ranger anyway. I mean, Power Ranger is always my favorite Power Ranger anyway.
Time Fire.
Yes, it's like he always he looks like a fucking Power Ranger.
By the way, side note, I have all Time Ranger. I can give you the link because I just copied it to Google Drive.
It's funny. Back in like 10th grade, which is like 2013, I watched all the Time Fire subbed. I said Time Fire, Time Ranger on YouTube sub, and I realized now is none of them exist anymore on YouTube.
Because after Toby,
I know,
started taking things down. But no, I have because a friend of mine, because TV9 Han subbed all of it, and they and I downloaded all of it, and my friend wanted it, but he doesn't like download and torrent stuff.
I gotcha.
So I made it into a Google Drive link. So after tonight, I still have the Google Drive link. I will send you.
All right, yeah, definitely send it to me because I mean, Tom Ranger is one of my favorites since I see.
Yeah, I need to. I'm only on episode 3, but the theme music. But anyway,
no, it's good. No, it's good. Even though I mean, you can see how like where Time Force came from is literally. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's literally Time Force is literally Time Ranger minus
violence.
Yeah, and minus Rancic, who is American-made villain. It's literally the same story, but that doesn't take away the fact that the Japanese version is also as good as the American one.
Yeah, but also people die. But anyway, back to wrestling because we probably
we're going off topic. Yes. No, trust me. By 11 o'clock, we're gonna be done all of this. Trust me. I swear we will by 11 o'clock. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, they won. So gradually, Dean Ambrose becoming a Grand Slam champion. Okay, he's won every title. He won the world title.
Which is surprising.
I know you don't think. You wouldn't think someone like Dean Ambrose, but he made it up the ladder.
Even though
he did it before Roman Reigns. I'm glad.
But even though, remember his WWE fame was kind of a spur of the moment thing because of what happened with Roman Reigns.
Exactly, but hey. I know, and it's sad to think about. Yeah, he only became world champion solely because of the whole Roman Reigns incident, which is kind of fucked up. Roman Reigns, I swear, personally to me, Roman Reigns should have been relegated to the mid card after that. That's perfect because again, you can't trust that. And if you're gonna validate, if you're gonna just disregard their own policy, how can you trust a guy like that? Who say he won't do it again?
Well, he won't.
I mean, I know he won't do it again, but my point is, say if he was that type of person, like, well, fuck, I'm just gonna screw up your biggest. He screwed up the whole feud.
Yeah,
he screwed the whole build to the triple threat match because he wasn't there. So it's like you kind of fucked up there. And it's just congratulations to these two. They are the Raw Tag Team Champions now. We'll see where this goes. Cesaro and Sheamus, it seems like everybody's in title contention based on what happened on Raw, but we'll get to that. But yeah, congratulations to them. It was a good match. I enjoyed it. But yeah, good match. Congratulations to them. Now move on.
Actually, wait, before we go. Cesaro is my MVP of SummerSlam.
Oh, the beach ball. Yes, how did I forget about that? My God, my fucking hero. He saw that shit. He was like, not fucking today.
We're not having that.
Not today. He is the hero of the show. He was the heel. He was the face of the show.
Yes, because of that.
Fucking beach ball. What the fuck?
Give that man a raise. If
Vince, he better, Vince, You talk about him grabbing the brass ring and shit.
Yeah, if he haven't grabbed the brass ring by now, fuck you.
On Summer, he did it at SummerSlam at least. Yeah, he did it, but I'm just saying he definitely did it at SummerSlam. He saved your fucking company on that day. The day Cesaro saved WWE was at SummerSlam when he tore up that fucking beach ball. Thank you, Cesaro. He should be treated as much as he should be treated as Roman Reigns at this point. I'm just saying. They ain't gonna do that though.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I hated the fact of sometimes the fans could be cool, but there are just times where it's like, do y'all really pay our money to sit here and go?
Just in that, I know it's ridiculous.
Like for all that, stay home.
Exactly. It's like you're interrupting, and again, I feel like I take that as disrespect to the wrestlers because again, you pay to see them perform for you. For you. They don't have to risk their bodies just to fucking do this shit. This is their job. This is their life. This is literally their job just to entertain you. And you're doing, in your response to that, just to have a fucking beach ball and play around? Like, how disrespectful is that? And so it's like, thank you, Cesaro. The fucking this will forever go down in infamy. One thing you remember from this year's SummerSlam, Cesaro saved WWE this day. He turned face for that 1 second, even though he was the heel.
Yeah.
But yeah. We move on to my opinion match of the night, United States title, AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens.
Actually, to talk about that, I actually feel a little more sorry for Shane McMahon.
Yes.
And the reason why I feel sorry for Shane McMahon is because I don't think Shane can Shane not take a bump when he's doing something.
I don't know.
He's supposed to be a referee. He took I won't say just the same amount of bumps because he didn't, but he took more bumps than a man.
He shouldn't have. For a regular referee, not even a referee gets hit this much during a match.
Yeah.
He took a 450. He took a fucking.
This was like playing the old Smackdown games. You just keep attacking the referee
on purpose. I feel like they were doing
on purpose, and you don't get disqualified right away.
Exactly. It was just But yeah, I feel like this was match. I mean, they killed it again. Any time you have AJ Styles versus this made up for their battleground match for sure. Could that weird finish at the end?
Yeah, but I don't think that it's going to be. I feel like I feel like that this.
Well, this wasn't the end. On Tuesday was the official end.
Tuesday was the end, but this definitely does make up for battleground.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah,
especially since it was like the end, it was so on the fly.
Mm-hmm. And especially, I like the ending too because this AJ Styles definitely proved that that was the whole point of the story. Kevin Owens kept saying he can never beat AJ Styles, can never beat him. Technically, up until that point, he never really did. I mean, yes, he won United States title at Madison Square Garden, but that was I don't consider that a fluke. But he definitely showed that he can beat him on any day of the night, and he did it. And now he's still remains United States champion. We'll tell you what happened on SmackDown that finally ended this feud officially. And there you go. Now we move on to the 2 world title matches. We move on to Jinder Mahal versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE title. And remember that message I sent you? I don't think you understood my point when I sent you that message.
No, I understood your point. It was just late.
I know. My point, the Colossus, my fucking God. That Colossus is literally the most dangerous finishing move of all time.
It's a Cobra Clutch Sam.
I know.
But the problem was here's my problem with that finish. All pay-per-view. With the exception of Randy Orton, because apparently, you just caught that by surprise or whatever.
Uh-huh.
All pay-per-view, well, most pay-per-view, most of the matches that went on for longevity, everyone who did their finisher kicked out.
Exactly.
I mean, hell, the last match with AJ Styles and
Owens.
And Owens kicked out of the Styles Clash. AJ Styles kicked out of the Papa Powerbomb.
Exactly.
The tie. I mean, Naomi got out of the structure the first time. Stuff like that. So. Excuse me. So, I was expecting Nakamura to kick out of
the Colossus.
No.
But no, that didn't happen. Nakamura could kick the fucking heads off the Singh brothers. But as soon as they might as well. I mean, they already run with the whole Jinder Mahal thing. They might as well run with this fucking too. Once Jinder Mahal put the Colossus on you, you can count to 10. Even though it looks like the most fucking weakest finishing move I've ever seen in my life. Once he hits it, it's over. Yeah, hey, it does hold weight. He never hit the Colossus from Cena. I'm just saying. So we'll never know Cena could even kick out of the Colossus. We will never know that.
Yeah, but can we just be honest? Can we be honest?
What?
Cena would kick out.
I know. I know. How would you know? How would you know?
You wanna know how I know? You wanna know how I know? Because even Super Cena knows the Super Cena's bullshit.
I know. It's just that fucking Colossus, though.
What the Colossus is a good move. It's a Cobra Clutch Slam. It actually, I think, is a tamer version of the Tajima no, not the Tajima Jermaine. No, I won't even say it like that because it's like the Dream Street.
Yeah, it's essentially is.
It's Dream Street. But I mean, because most people don't know, the $1 Million Dream was technically a stand-in. It wasn't a sleeper hole like a traditional sleeper hole. It was a Cobra Clutch.
Yeah.
Clutch. You know, and he you know, that's what he did. So, and I don't know why I'm about to call it Taz's old move, because Taz's old move, he fucking put you in the thing and he just flips you.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was calling it that, but no, but it's Dream Street. It's pretty much $1 Million Dream, and then to a slam.
Mm.
It is a devastating move. It's just the fact that I was expecting Nakamura to kick out of that.
Yeah. And hey, so I mean,
obviously, I did make the joke while I was at friend's house, like, oh well, he probably couldn't kick out because he used up all his Smackdowns.
Yeah, because he had it on fucking Singh Brothers.
Yeah, he used up all those.
The King Sasha on the fucking Singh Brothers. But yeah, obviously this is not over. This has to lead into a rematch.
Oh, trust me, I feel like there's going to be a rematch
at Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
And now the whole point is the Singh Brothers. No way Singh Brothers can interfere.
Yeah.
Locked outside. If Punjabi prison, the difference was the whole point was to escape the cage, so it didn't matter to Singh Brothers. This way, this time there's a layer on top of the cage. There's a thing on top of the cage. So there's no fucking way the Singh Brothers can get in.
Oh, they'll probably find some way because the
I know, but the whole point is they're going to be locked out. So we will see if Jinder Mahal can actually be. I'm telling you, Jinder Mahal might hold this fucking title to WrestleMania. I swear to God, he might. He might hold this fucking title to WrestleMania. Dude, I thought this was going to be. I'm not going to lie. I thought he was going to fucking drop the title. When he first won it, I thought he was going to drop it at Battleground. Had they not before, that was before they announced Punjabi Prison. That was before they announced Punjabi Prison. But after they did, I realized, he ain't gonna fucking drop it. But he is fucking holding on to this title. He passed the 100-day point. I hope you realize that.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? In 2017.
Actually, it still kind of gets to me to the fact that he's the 50th
WWE champion. Holy balls.
And I had to explain to people what that meant. And it was like, because, like, what do you mean the 50? It was more than 50. I'm feeling like, no. Because with the way they're talking about the fact of a wrestler, not how many times they've held the belt, but they're talking about the wrestler who, how many times a certain wrestler has won the belt. Because if that's the case, it will be up to like 100 and something. Well, how many times?
I'll put this in perspective. When Sheamus first beat John Cena for the WWE title, he became the 100th reign as champion.
Yeah.
So to put that all the way back to 2010, he had the 100th reign. I'm currently looking right now. We're on the 132th reign as champion as Jinder Mahal. So yeah. So what'd you call it? Yeah, so Jinder Mahal, congrats to him. We'll see how far this actually goes. But even when he loses the title, the good thing about this, when he loses the title, at least WWE established a new top star. Regardless of what anybody will say, Jinder Mahal will be seen as a main event star after this point.
Which is something that's still kind of.
It's just you would have never fucking thought in a million years, Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, so
Bo Dallas had more of a chance of becoming a main event star, but Jinder Mahal.
Yes, it's
who would have thought? Who would have fucking thought?
Took me a while.
He was on the SummerSlam poster.
Yeah.
Along the side of John Cena, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, and them. He was on the fucking SummerSlam poster. That speaks volumes. But now we move on to the main event, which is the Fatal 4-Way for the Universal title. Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe, and Braun Strowman. I mean,
I would say
I'm not gonna lie.
I would say this. I would say it like this. SummerSlam was pretty boring. Okay, let's just cut speed for speed. SummerSlam itself, beyond a couple of matches, based on the fact that
again, I'm not gonna lie. From the New Day match all the way to Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt, from that to that, after the New Day match, I didn't really care. It wasn't until the Finn Balor match I started to care again.
Yeah, but yeah, it didn't even, and like I said, the Finn Balor match to me,
it was mad. Anyway, that's my point. It was up until the Finn Balor match where I really started to actually care and watch the.
But even that to me was kind of a letdown because it was just, yeah. But other than that, this match brought it back around for me.
Yeah, shit got real in this match. Shit got. I'm not gonna lie. Braun Strowman should have won. I feel like they did the wrong decision. Braun Strowman should have won.
Nah, I feel like. Listen,
I'm glad that Brock won, and I'm fucking 100 times glad that he pinned Roman Reigns. So Roman Reigns can finally shut up and say he's the only person that could beat Brock Lesnar, despite the fact that you never even actually beaten Brock Lesnar before. But we're not going to talk about that.
But because my thing was is the fact of I was surprised. Like, I wanted Joe to win. That was my pick. I knew that Lesnar was probably going to win around the time where you didn't hear anything else about the UFC thing. But then the whole thing with John Jones being suspended. That was that. Then also had a feeling because Strowman was that match's MVP.
Highlight.
Yeah, he was the highlight and everything. And they're pretty much going to do what they were supposed to do with Great Balls of Fire before he got injured.
Exactly.
I don't know if they're going to put the belt on him. I don't know what they're going to do afterwards, but that's the match that you're going to have.
And we actually are going to have it now, thanks to Raw. So we're actually going to get the one-on-one match. But in terms of match stuff, everybody's the MVP of the show itself was Braun. The match itself was Braun Strowman. Samoa Joe did get some good stuff in. Roman Reigns did. I'm not gonna lie. Roman Reigns, besides those fucking annoying clock up Superman punches at the end, he really didn't do anything.
He pisses me off.
That it's not gonna make it any. It's not. It's gonna be as weak as it was before. So I don't know what you're doing there, buddy.
It's not that
I don't get it, and it kills the mood. And it's serious when shit gets that intense. He's the only person doing this shit. And it's like this fucking it's like again, like who mans is this? Like this fucking guy when shit's getting serious in this Fatal 4-Way match. Yeah, that one asshole over here. I don't get it. It doesn't make it strong. So it's like I feel like I personally feel like he thinks it makes it somewhat stronger than what it's going to actually be.
That's the thing, because it's like you know who didn't do it and had the most simplest move? Hulk Hogan didn't cock his leg before he did the leg drop. Because all in all, we want to know when you look back in wrestling and everything, you look back in the history of wrestling, you look at someone like Hulk Hogan, and you wonder how in the hell is this man so dominant when his finishing move is literally literally the big boot to the face. And a simple leg drop that later on down the line actually injured him more than it injured his opponents because he had to get hip surgery for that. It means the fact that
it was so dominant that he had to get.
Yeah. So, but you've never seen Hulk Hogan lift up his leg and go to his leg before he goes for the leg drop. He talks more about his arms. If like when you think about it, he talked about his 24-inch python, but he never talked about the strong and I'm going to hit you with at the end of this match. Okay, so for Roman Reigns to sit there and you're not Doomfist. That's what he's reminding me of. And Doomfist doesn't even do this. If you play Overwatch, there's a guy on Overwatch who does this. Well, he doesn't do the taunt, but his whole thing is that he has a big ass arm, pretty much, and he punches you. And he has border shooting now because he's more like a fighting game character more than just a regular shooter. He does shoot at you, but he has a thing where he literally charges up and flies over and punches you. Okay, but even then, he doesn't do this. He cocks it back, and then you let go of your mouse or your button, and he flies to you and punches you. So my point is, he's not. But stop with this. I know he's not, but this is annoying. Especially.
It took away the seriousness of the match, in my opinion.
So
at the end.
So all right. So I'll say it like this. Do you seen Terminator 2?
I vaguely remember it.
Okay. Terminator 2, there was in one of the last scenes. Sarah Connor was trying to shoot the T-1000 off of the thing with the shotgun that was made of a special bullet that can knock him back because T-1000 was like pretty much liquid metal. So he kept shooting him with this shotgun that keeps sending him back like this. Like the blowback keeps sending him back, and the whole thing was they're trying to send him down to this molten. I would say it's not lava. You know, it was like a steel factory. So you're trying to send him down to this molten hot thing to kill him. In this scene, Sarah Connor, okay, what Roman Reigns is doing reminds me of that because it's like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna hit you. You didn't fall.
And he did like 3 fucking times. He did like 3 fucking times.
Yeah.
In session.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was getting at. I know, like, where the hell am I going with this? But yes, that's why I'm getting at. It's like, okay, do it again. Like, why don't you just stop with the cocking and just punch the guy?
Once. Okay. After that point, you could have did it without this. You could just still did it. There was no need for do this 3 fucking times. It makes you look like a fucking idiot. And it did, because at the end of the day, Brock Lesnar fucking F5'd him and it was over.
Yeah.
Just like that.
That's the point I'm getting at. You know, like you wasted so much time.
You did all that. You know that for fucking nothing anyway.
Because eventually, Sarah Connor ran out of bullets. And T-1000 got himself back until the Terminator came up and did his thing. But my point was, after a while, you're gonna run out of bullets doing this.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. But yeah, that was SummerSlam. As I said, I personally felt like Brooklyn was better in terms of a wrestling perspective. I feel like Brooklyn was better. There was some highlight. Again, there were some highlights in SummerSlam. Do not get me wrong. The Usos, they stole the show. I mean, it's always nice seeing Finn Balor's entrance, especially with Dean. I haven't seen it in a while. Dean Ambrose became great. I mean, Dean Ambrose Rollins won the title. Sasha Banks won the match of the night with AJ Styles and Kevin Owens. The shocker with Jinder Mahal, but I think it's only solely because of the whole incident with Baron Corbin. And again, the amazing Fatal 4-Way match that we got. So there were some highlights, but overall for it, it was just the undercard, as I would like to call it. When it's like a super show like this, the undercard was like very, very weak for some of it. And some stuff, again, didn't make any sense. Why was both the tag team, SmackDown tag team, the Cruiserweight title was on a fucking kickoff show, and yet Big Show and Big Cass was on the fucking main event show? I will never let that go. Never. Because it makes no fucking sense. You can't sit here and tell me that was considered a main card match but not the tag team or cruiserweight title. Gotcha. Anyway.
Yeah.
But now we move on Raw. Yeah, now we're on Raw. And I swear to God, I'm telling you, we're gonna get through all 4 of these shows in a half an hour. I'm telling you. We will.
All right, let's go.
We will. All right. First things first, Brock Lesnar comes out. Huh?
I have to piss, but I'm holding, so let's go.
All right. We will do this in a half hour, trust me. Brock Lesnar came out with Paul Heyman. He cut, typical Paul Heyman promo, A+ promo. He was saying how, again, he defeated Roman Reigns. Everybody was cheering. Braun Strowman came out, didn't say a word. He just started attacking Brock Lesnar. He literally just crushed him. He fucking dominated.
You know what else? You want to explain most of Raw for me because I did miss a little bit.
I got you.
Actually, I miss a lot of bit of Raw because I had to do some things before to get ready for my jury duty on Tuesday. So
I got you. But yeah. So Braun Strowman, he completely decimated Brock Lesnar as if he didn't do anything at all at SummerSlam. And he just stood tall and he held the Universal title. And right after that, they officially announced the main event for No Mercy. Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman for Universal title. So your thoughts on that?
Good. Let's see what happens.
I know. I was waiting for that match anyway. I was the match I was waiting for the most. Let's see if they're actually giving it to Braun Strowman, which I feel like he worked for it this past ever since the brand split. He has worked for this. So we will definitely see. We move on to the most interesting part of the show because we never knew this would lead to all of this. Enzo Amore versus Big Cass in the Brooklyn Street fight. Literally, I
didn't see most of it, but I kept up the best way I can on my bus ride home. And wow.
Yeah. 98% of the match, obviously, Enzo got decimated. The second, and I even before it happened, like before Big Cass even acknowledged it, the second Big Cass fell over the rope when Enzo ducked, I knew he was injured right there just by the way he fell. I even called. I was like, he's injured. He's injured. Because he couldn't even do the Empire Elbow. But even before that, before he even did it, I knew at that point he was injured solely because of the way he fell. There was no way a big guy like that. His leg twisted. Yeah, there was no way he was not injured. After that, I noticed that. I was like, yeah, he's injured. There's no fucking way he's gonna make it out of this and finish this match. And I can imagine how Vince McMahon was so furious that JoJo had no choice but to say the winner was Enzo. You could imagine this man backstage?
Yeah.
Could you imagine in a Brooklyn Street fight that Enzo beat?
You're right. You're right because it has been known that that Vince McMahon likes seeing Enzo getting beat up.
Exactly. So for him to actually win the match in a Brooklyn Street fight, which is essentially a street fight, but against Big Cass, they're like, he was fucking losing his shit backstage. Because what could they do? They can't just say a no contest, bullshit, no disqualification. So what fucking no contest? They put themselves in this situation. They had no choice but to say Enzo won. And that must have made them livid for them. But yeah, Big Cass got injured. He just did surgery yesterday, I think, and he'll be out. The timetable for this injury is anywhere between 6 to 9 months. Seth Rollins came back in 7, so we'll see.
And the thing is that he this was actually supposed to be the completely last thing because of what happened Tuesday on 205 Live.
Yeah,
this was legit supposed to be the last thing. Now my question is,
was Enzo actually supposed to win?
Yeah, because of what happened in 205 Live.
I think he was supposed to lose. Why not? They were gonna make it. I know in the story perspective. Enzo should have won just for him to get momentum for 205 Live. But they don't fucking care about Enzo, so they would have made him lose. But no, I do get your point. It makes you question: was he actually going to do it? So yeah, it ain't 205 Live. I mean, we'll never know since Big Cass got injured, but in the record, Enzo did beat Big Cass for one. So to end their feud, Enzo beat Big Cass. How ironic is that? Enzo got fucking heat backstage like a fucking
which I don't understand. It's not his fault. It was not Enzo's fault that Big Cass got injured.
Oh no, I don't. Okay? No. You got me wrong.
I don't necessarily because I heard that too. That apparently he got heat. What heat was there?
Listen, that is legit not his fault. I know.
That's not his fault at all. How many times has Cass done that boot outside the thing? Okay, that's like saying I'm gonna blame her who was there when Big E does his spear diving thing on the rope that one of these days he's gonna die from.
Yes.
Okay, like no, you cannot blame Enzo for that.
I realize I don't think they did because that's why I just sent him straight to 205 Live.
I mean, but I heard that rumor too that apparently when he got backstage they let him have it. I'm like, no, why?
That's fucking bullshit then.
Yeah, I'm like that's not his fault. He never.
I know.
Did anything.
Big Cass did the same move he always fucking does all the time, and he always does big and he always falls out the ring. So why was this any different? Again, mistakes happen. So yeah. I do get your point. Yeah. Nia Jax defeated Emma, meant nothing. Moving on. Elias, I want that Elias Sampson shirt. Is that his world tour shirt? It's so good. Because it actually has all the dates for the rest of the year.
Give it some time. They're probably going to edit it a little bit, but give it some time. I feel like it might come out.
No, it is actually out. It is out.
Oh, it is out? Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah, it is out. I'm going to buy it with my next paycheck. I have no money, but I'm going to buy it with my next paycheck. That Elias Sampson is fucking brilliant. I just want to say real quick. I mean, he defeated R-Truth and meant nothing. But again, the Elias Sampson, again, as we were saying with NXT, I was trying to say with Hideo. You can, I know your point where you say Hideo's already established, whatever. But again, this proved my point with WWE where they could turn anybody into a star just like that if they wanted to. Elias Sampson was literally nobody in NXT. And look at him. Yeah. He is fucking killing it. Again, I'm telling you, before WrestleMania, I guarantee you he's going to be in at least one Intercontinental Championship match. I'm telling you. He has to. Like, he has been on fire with this gimmick that he has. Him just singing in the beginning, just trashing the crowd. It works. And then we have, I guess, segment of the night, in my opinion. The whole Miz, Mojo, Roman Reigns, John Cena. First of all, Kurt Angle appeared and he announced that the newest member of the Raw roster was John Cena. So he used his free agent status to go to Raw. He came out and he said he particularly was looking for one person. And then I remember I said on Twitter, I was like, it's fucking happening. It's fucking happening. Roman Reigns came out. And the crowd reacted exactly the way I expected them to. And it literally, I already knew the reaction of the crowd. You both suck, Undertaker. I already knew the reaction. And it was perfect. Then the Miz even made it even all the more better by fucking owning them, both of them. When he came out, he was like, "You guys like worked for nothing. Y'all got handed everything, and now I worked for this. I made and it was everything the Miz was saying was 100% true."
Yeah, the thing is that a lot of people don't like the Miz. I'm like, listen, you have to understand, the man's right.
He is literally everything that he said.
For the past, a couple of days ago, I forgot to actually post this or what I'm saying, but a couple of days ago was the 1 year anniversary of the Talking Smack shoot.
Oh shit.
Okay. Ever since then. Okay, I mean I could be wrong, it could be a little more beforehand, but I would count this day. This is that day. I feel like that this was the Miz, the walking shoot interview Miz. Okay, because ever since that time of SmackDown, Miz has just been like I'm gonna say what the hell I want, and you can either retaliate and say something back, or you can just shut up and listen and fight me, whatever.
No, you're right. No, you're right.
Yeah, like he's a walking shoot interview, and he's done it with everyone else, and
it fucking worked.
I respect it. Like Miz is legit the person that you have to hate.
He is one of the only heels where it's like he is literally truly the heel.
Yeah.
Because heels, the thing about heels are always justified. You're not a good heel unless you're justified for a reason. Miz, everything he says is justified for what he does and says. There's a reason for it. Like the whole feud with Cena, even though it was literally Miz was in 100% right with the whole Nikki Bella and John Cena thing. But like, he lost, but it was like he was 100% right in everything that he said.
Yeah. Like I said, he's a walking shoot interview.
And it was just, so Miz again killed it here. And then Samoa Joe came out and he said, if anybody's going to be your team, because John Cena will have a tag team match. If anybody's going to be your partner, it's going to be me and not Bo. Pretty much kind of burying Bo down in his current tag team.
And the thing is with Samoa Joe is like, I don't fucking care. I'm just going to hit you.
Yeah. And I know he was like, and John Cena and just smack. That's all he did.
Like, listen.
He didn't even say anything to John Cena. Oh, yeah, he owned Roman Reigns. I love that. And the crowd, thank you, crowd. Even though I hate you for the whole fucking beach ball thing. And he was like, don't get started on you because as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to single matches, I own you. And he was like, you're his bitch. You're his bitch. The crowd was chanting that.
Yeah, because the fact that Roman Reigns in here going by, I beat everybody. It's like, let me tell you why that's bullshit.
Remember that promo? That will go down infinity for me. So the day I die, I will always remember that. He listed everybody that he beat, and everybody that he listed, they beat him cleanly. So what was he smoking?
Yeah, let me tell you why that's bullshit.
It was like, what the fuck was he smoking?
Let me explain to you why that's bullshit. See, you did not. No, the thing that actually got me with Roman Reigns was the whole thing, the whole promo of I'm the only guy that can beat Brock Lesnar.
It's like you never even beat Brock Lesnar. So
I'm saying like because Goldberg never happened.
It's like
remember there was a Goldberg.
The guy's fucking delusional. He's fucking delusional. He is.
I'm sitting here going, Goldberg. I clearly remember Goldberg.
I know him destroying Brock Lesnar. If anybody destroyed Brock Lesnar in the past, decade, it was only Goldberg.
Yeah. Like
that was it. He did Survivor Series, he did the Royal Rumble, so it was like, yo.
Like, we just don't remember Goldberg, huh? I remember Goldberg. He's
Pepper Strong remembers Goldberg.
Yeah, like
so again, he's fucking delusional. This guy's delusional. I can't take him seriously. Again, and I'll always say it's the man is becoming the character. I feel like the guy portraying Roman Reigns really think he's Roman Reigns, and that's a problem. It is. It's starting to become a problem. I'm starting to get worried now. Because this guy is fucking, he doesn't know when to like, hey, I'm this person. I think this guy is fucking insane. He is. Again, he tried where is this attempted murder case? But they just threw it out the window.
Yeah, we just forgot about
it. We're going to forget that he tried to kill somebody on live TV, but okay.
We don't talk about that.
Whatever. We move on to the Cruiserweight match. I'm sad nothing really point out here. Hey, Steph again. Grand Metalik, why is he not Cruiserweight champion? I don't know. Did you see his fucking stand up? Did you see?
I did see a little bit of
He went on the fucking top rope, walked on it, and did a moonsault on the outside.
Well, like I told you, I feel like that he I feel like that he also. Because remember what I said before. him and like some other wrestlers does have contracts to other organizations, and I feel like there's a couple of times where he's probably not able to do anything for a certain while, or he doesn't have any free dates because he's already promised to do this and he's already promised to do that. But that's probably the reason why you don't see him.
But no, we're starting to see him now. We see him for the past 3 weeks, which I've been fucking
you're starting to see him now because he's starting to become more free. But he probably had like that little bit of a contract, like
the remaining dates that he had,
yeah, or something like that. Because remember, like for instance, like Samoa Joe was signed to NXT,
but he's still
wrestled for Ring of Honor here and there because he already had that done and stuff. And yeah,
same thing with the Hardys. And no, same thing with the Hardys. They still, as the Raw Tag Team Champions, they still did all their dates.
Yeah,
House of Hardcore and everything. So
I feel like that maybe Grand Metal League, you're probably gonna see him a little bit more on TV because maybe he's done all his stuff.
Done.
But at the time, the reason why you didn't see him is because he had a couple of extra sayings that he had to do. He already signed because he probably wasn't expected to be signed. I mean, remember they were in the Cruiserweight Classic. They were looking for some people. They tried signing.
They signed pretty much everybody except for Kota Ibushi.
Well, no, remember they tried signing Kota Ibushi.
I know that was my point. They tried everybody.
He was like no, and then a couple weeks later you see him wrestle in a street fight with fireworks. So.
So yeah, I know, but yeah.
So it was just like, I feel like that with him and Grand Metal Elite might be the kind of guy that signed all his stuff months ahead. You know, he could have been the kind of wrestler that's like, I want all this down, filed, papered, so I know, and everything like that before he goes in WWE and stuff like that.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, basically the faces won this match. I just wish. I mean, Sega Alexander was the one who took the pinfall.
Also,
I mean, he got the pinfall. So.
40.
We got it. We're almost done Raw. So, I'm telling you, we're gonna do it. So, moving on. Yeah, Neville, he was backstage. Kara said he wanted 3-man 205 live. We'll get into that. Raw. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins came out, cut a promo. The Hardy Boys came out and saying, "Hey, we want a shot at it now." So they had a match. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins won. It was a good match again. Both Cesaro and Sheamus were looking at the camera, and Gallows and Anderson was looking at their TV. So it's like a lot of people now look like they want the titles. So they have a target on their back.
Well, that's good. It's the fact that we have a tag team division that actually
cares. Yeah, I know we actually have a tag team. I feel like, to be honest with you, I didn't think Raw had a tag team division really.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget that they did.
Now we have a legit
the fact that they literally just pulled Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins together. You kind of forget.
There is that, but at the same time, they still do have a legitimate tag team division.
Now they do, because again, all you had was Slater and Rhino and the Hardys as faces, so you kind of limit on your options there with that. So yeah, then Sasha Banks came out to congratulate yourself for winning. Alexa Bliss came out. Sasha Banks said, "Hey, when's your match gonna do?" Now she's not gonna do it in this city. She's gonna do it next week. So, any thoughts before we so what are your predictions for next week? Who do you think's gonna win the Raw Women's title?
Probably Sasha.
You think Nia Jax's gonna interfere? I feel like this might lead into a triple threat, and Nia Jax is finally gonna get involved, because then we'll see if Alexa.
Interesting, but I don't know. I think
even though the Emma and Nia Jax meant nothing, Emma did bring up a good point where, again, she's just Alexa Bliss's what you would call what was the word she used? Dog or something. She said something like
lesbian lover.
Well, no, she didn't say that, but yeah. So yeah, and then we got not the weirdest match, but Jace Jordan must have been doing some fucking weed. He asked Kurt Angle for him to fight Finn Balor. I don't know where he thought that was gonna go.
I actually did see that.
I don't know where he thought that was gonna go with that. Yeah, so let me get this shit. He lost to the Miz on SummerSlam. And that's best logical solution. Let me fight Finn Balor.
I feel like that it's going to lead up to something of the camera of a character gimmick of Daddy gives me everything I want. Because I see it down the line of I want this type of match. You can't get this match. You have to earn it. Really? Did you earn my love? Were you with there
He's gonna keep
for X amount of years?
Oh yeah. Right. Also, I'm sorry. I forgot to point this out. Finn Balor doesn't have the tape on this thing anymore on his arm. So
they got sucked in with the demon.
Yep.
Yeah, but I see that happening. Of Jason Jordan wants a match. Kurt Angle was like, "No, you're going to have to earn this type of match." Oh, really? Well, you didn't say that we were trying to earn my love, and you wasn't there for me. I see that happening.
Yeah, just turn him heel. The crowd doesn't fucking care, so turn him heel.
And that's what I mean. I feel like that's how it's going to happen.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. But yeah, they move on to the main event itself: John Cena, Roman Reigns versus The Miz and Samoa Joe. Obviously, it's one of those typical matches where the faces are going to win the tag match. It was the first time ever that both John Cena and Roman Reigns even teamed up. So they won. Of course, who took the pinfall? Was The Miz or Samoa Joe? Hold on.
I think it was The Miz.
Oh, yeah, The Miz did take the pinfall because Samoa Joe was outside the ring. And then at the end, it just simply John Cena and Roman stayed in the ring. Now, I feel like the feuds are Samoa Joe versus John Cena from No Mercy. And I think now, since if the rumor, remember I told you that Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns is going to happen, I feel like this is the start of it now. Because the original plan for the feud for Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar to work, the whole point was Roman Reigns going to say he won every single title in WWE except for Universal. So what he has to do, because the original plan for SummerSlam was for Roman Reigns versus The Miz anyway, for the Intercontinental title. I don't think if you ever read that. So now, I think that's what they're moving forward with the plan now. So The Miz is going to face Roman Reigns for the Intercontinental title, which is whatever, I guess. Realistically, Roman Reigns should have won because The Miz has two fucking people that he has in his corner, so he shouldn't lose the title. But it is what it is. We'll see what happens in the following weeks lead up to No Mercy. Moving on to Smackdown, which was also in the Barclays Center. Again. So let me pull up my notes. AJ Styles came out and he addressed it. Hey, now we're going to have United States Open Challenge. This is over. First person to come out, Kevin Owens. He was saying, I love Kevin when he's this Kevin Owens, where he's like this, what's the word I'm looking for? Sociopathic like person. He was like, this is my title, damn it. Like, I got screwed. And he showed the footage. He was like, no, I want you to look at the footage. Not, he was like, no, Shane, I want you to look at your hand. You counted to 3. Where's my title?
Sure.
Like this deranged man. Like, he just wants his fucking title back. And I don't know, J-Man was trying to fucking don't fucking justify it. I know, and again, Kevin Owens, because he called him out. You called bullshit on the ref when he made a bad call, and you didn't he made a bad call, and he cost Kevin Owens his shot at the United States title. So why did the same thing happen here? And Jimmy trying to justify because I was in the match and I reversed it to his media afterward. I would say, no, bullshit. The referee decision stood when he made the bad call, so why didn't his decision stand?
Yeah.
And he brought up a good point. He did bring up a good point. So it was like, no, I call bullshit. And then so AJ Styles said, no, I'm just going to beat you again because you always just keep whining like a bitch. And so Shayman said, yeah, later on tonight, Ken Owens gets to pick the referee. And this will officially be the last time for as long as AJ Styles is champion. He will he will never get a title shot again if AJ Styles beat him one more time, as long as it's Styles champion. So, any thoughts on that? Opening segment.
Like you said, it was really funny the fact of Kevin Owens trying to justify the fact of
But he was true though. But that's the point. Again, heels are at their best when they're justified. He was 100% true. Why did you reverse the decision with the other referee?
Yeah,
you reversed it on yours. Like, why? Why is this any different? Both times, referee made a bad call. The difference is why did your decision got reversed, but his stood? Why? Both times he got screwed out of him. Both times he got fucked over. by it. So it was like, yo. Yeah. Then we move on to the most shocking moment of the night. Aiden English came out, did his promo, and then next thing you know, Bobby Roode makes his main roster debut.
Which is surprising.
Wasn't expecting it that early.
It's surprising that he actually went down the ring in less than a minute.
Yes. And he's clearly a face after this match. He established himself as a face, really.
I mean, well, I'll be the judge of that by next week.
Yeah, but that's if he's on SmackDown. I'll personally think he's gonna be on SmackDown next week. Probably on the following week because on the NXT taping, I'll tell you what happened on NXT. So I'll explain why I don't think he will be on there next week. But yeah, by Roode, it was pretty much it wasn't really a squash match. I'll say that English did get some stuff in, but by Roode obviously went with the Glory CDT. At the interview, he said, hey, now I'm on SmackDown. It's going to become, you went from great to glorious, and he thanks Shane Man for breaking the bank on him for him to come here. So, yeah, Byron's officially on SmackDown. So, congrats, and we'll see what happens there. Joe Midrin, he's back. The gold standard.
Yeah, but it sucks that we got to wait till next week, Tuesday.
And I think that's going to be the debut of the Authors of Pain. Because I say, here's how I say this. Shelton Benjamin came back. Daniel Bryan says, hey, in exchange for Jason Jordan going to Raw, we got Shelton Benjamin. And he was cool. The second be his new partner, Shelton Benjamin looked at him like he wasn't like actually agreeing with that. And that's why he said when Shaq gave lunch, he was like, yeah, right. He's like, we'll see you next week. I don't think like he was like that was his intention to team up with him.
Or to team up with anybody. Maybe he wanted to go.
Yeah. And he was like, we'll see next week. And I feel like what's gonna happen is the Authors of Pain, they're gonna come out and decimate both of them.
I hope not, because that's not the best way for
what's gonna happen is then Shelton is gonna turn heel and Chad Gable and they can have their feud.
Okay, that's
I think that's what because both of them can't be. I doubt that's what they're gonna do. We already have too many tag teams on SmackDown anyway.
Whoa, I don't know. I'm still waiting for Zach. I hate Zack Ryder and his face.
What?
I don't hate Zack Ryder. I just hate Mojo Rawley.
And speaking of that was the next thing: Usos versus the Hype Bros.
I'm like, I thought y'all was breaking up. Apparently,
they hinted at that. The whole point of that battle royal, they hinted at the fact that hey, it's over. And I thought Mojo was gonna be the one to do it, but apparently they changed their fucking plans. The Usos, this was pretty much a squash match. The Usos fucking dominated. Yeah. And for some reason, New Day wasn't there.
Actually, even for some reason, I thought the AOP was actually would come out. Then.
I know because they say nobody in the SmackDown Live Tag Team division
So here's how I look at it. You look at it that AOP might come out.
I think they're coming out next week. I feel like next week, regardless, they're coming out next week. I don't know.
Yeah, but I feel like they're coming out on the Usos.
Might.
I could be wrong, but I feel like they might come out on the Usos.
Well, but the thing is, the Usos aren't done with the New Day. It wouldn't really make any sense. I know they're not done with the New Day.
You're right, but at the same time, they're not going to automatically challenge them. They're just going to go there to prove a point.
I know. They're to make a statement. I mean, what better way to make a statement on the tag team champions themselves?
I mean, they've done it
which
before.
Is not. I do see your point. I know they did it with American Alpha, so I do see your point. I do definitely see your point. So we will see. I'm more like, but I think I think they're gonna for them not being on the tapings. I feel like they are going to have to be debuting on the main roster soon. They weren't at tapings at all. Shinsuke Nakamura fought the Singh brothers.
That was a domination match.
Here's the issue I have with this. First off, I like the fact they used his violin version of his song. I do like that. I always preferred the violin version anyway. I have an issue with this. The Singh brothers, they're pretending like they don't know how to fucking wrestle. Because they did the same thing with J&J Security. When they were in a tag team match, they act like a fucking joke. I'm sorry. Jamie Noble was a former Cruiserweight champion, and Joey Mercury was a former tag team champion.
But also, you got to remember, Jimmy Noble also hurt his back. He has to be careful. That's why
I know, but it was just like they made him look like it was a fucking joke. There's no excuse for Sin Brothers. A year ago, we knew they was in the fucking Cruiserweight Classic. So why are you telling me they don't know how to fucking wrestle?
Because it's Nakamura.
It's
just... Trust me. I knew this from the get-go. Like, they're not going to actually wrestle. They're not going to put on their tights, and they're not going to go out there and actually wrestle. They're going to be just like the way they are now. And that's understandable because they are the fearful tag team
that are just simply there just to be the body, the shield for Jinder Mahal, and I get that, but still, it makes them look like more of a joke than what they actually are.
I mean, yeah, we're not. Listen, when the time comes and they get back into the ring, they'll get back into the ring. But right now, they're just the bodyguards.
And I guess we'll see. Naomi Becky Lynch versus Natalya and Carmella. Surprisingly, the face is one I would expect Natalya's first match as champion she would win, but they didn't go that route. I'm glad Becky won. It's been a while since she actually won a fucking match, but I wasn't expecting them to go that route.
Being the fact of the promo and how James Ellsworth kind of gave away the plan of.
I know he's a fucking idiot.
Like, hey, maybe we'll just let you wrestle, and then Carmella can just come in and cash in on you.
That's why.
So yeah, I see that being as a distraction towards all that in the first place.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we will see. Dolph Ziggler is finally back, and he referenced the fact that he was just relegated to a backstage promo. He's going to be, he know how to become a star in debut, and he'll show it next week. Let's see where this goes. I am fairly curious myself.
You want to know what I think is going to happen?
What?
You see season 2 of Southpaw Wrestling?
Oh, with him, yeah, as that like rock band character.
Yeah, no, Nikki something 6. He's pretty much playing a Motley Crue member. How much you want to bet he's gonna go crazy? He's gonna come out as that. Nikki Lee 6, something like that.
We will see. I mean, it's weird. I don't know. There's much they can do with Dolph Ziggler. They're talking about repackaging him, maybe going down NXT. Since obviously that's not happening.
It would be funny if that's what he does. He comes out as a Southpaw Wrestler.
I would laugh my ass off. Maybe his next feud might be against Ty Dillinger, being like the most logical choice, I guess.
I think so.
Because I will see. But yeah. Main event time, AJ, Kevin Owens with Baron Corbin as special guest referee, because Kevin Owens was trying to find people for it. First was Sami Zayn, and this is where the sociopath shit comes in. He tried to justify, hey, we've been through this shit together, man. I feel like you're the only person I can trust. Okay. And then that's like Sami pretty much told him to go screw himself. Then he was looking for he tried to find other people, Breezango prepared. He was like, no, you two are the last people. And I found it hilarious when they walked off. He was like, wait, guys, wait. He was actually about to give it to him. But then Baron Corbin came behind and he was like, hey, I'll do it under the condition that when you become champion, I'll get the first dibs on it.
And then afterwards, he went backstage. AJ Styles pretty much made the
same thing. Yep.
AJ's like, listen, I have an open challenge every week, so come out next week.
Yep. And so when the match actually happened, in the beginning, Corbin was actually playing fair. He was completely unbiased. He was actually playing fair, so I had to give him credit to that. But then near the end, it was clearly obvious he was going for it on the side of Kevin Owens when he tried to almost screw AJ without doing that fast count, which is why Shane came out and said, "Yo, the fuck." And he pulled Baron Corbin out when he tried to do the pinfall because he didn't see the low blow. Or Corbin said, fuck it. He left. He gave a referee shirt to Shane. Kevin Owens was fucking livid. AJ Styles did a phenomenal forearm. Styles is still United States champion. And did you see the look on Kevin Owens' face?
Yeah.
He looked like he was fucked. I know. And all I can say is this. You thought AJ Styles throwing Shane McMahon head through a car window looked bad. Imagine what Kevin Owens is going to do to Shane McMahon.
Yeah.
He almost killed his fucking he tried to injure his fucking best friend down in NXT. Imagine what you think he's gonna fucking do to Shane McMahon now. He has legit screwed him over 3 times. 3 times in 2 weeks. He has screwed this man over.
It's gonna be interesting next week.
He is going to fucking murder him when he sees him. But yeah, that was SmackDown. Moving on to 205 Live, which was one of the more interesting. I mean, 205 Live is always a solid show, but this one was especially interesting solely because
we got 2 minutes left.
Yeah,
actually, no. Let's not get the main event because Grand Melody did come back again.
Yeah, he did come back again and again. Did you see that fucking? I don't know if you saw the highlight. Did you see
the dive in?
Yes, and fucking pitch perfect. Tony Nese tried to do a suicide dive. I mean, tried to spear Grand Melody off. He not only did Grand Melody reverse it, he jumped over him, jumped on the top rope, and did a fucking moonsault outside again. Hashtag, why is Grand Metalik not Cruiserweight champion? No, I'm going to start that hashtag. Every time 205 Live come on, why is Grand Metalik not Cruiserweight champion? He is literally the definition of a Cruiserweight. This guy, Grand Metalik, right here.
Yeah.
And he is like, holy shit. How is he not fucking Cruiserweight champion is beyond me. But,
yeah.
You
know why? Because he hasn't faced Cedric Alexander yet, and I feel like Cedric Alexander should be Cruiserweight, because while you say that, I feel like Cedric Alexander should be Cruiserweight. It should be, next in line because that whole backbreaker.
I know. Oh yeah, that fucking, what is it called? I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on the thing.
That thing hurts.
The lumbar check. Yeah, you saw Tony sold it on Raw. Fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
Fucking looked like he literally broke his back. He wasn't moving after that.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then they pick up the win again. I feel like where this story is like the main story here. It's clearly Tony Nese to Cedric Alexander. This might somehow evolve, like Drew Gulak with the whole showboating thing, because he is still talking about that. And again, Tony Nese is literally his tag team part is literally the showboat here. So we'll see where this goes. I was saying, I was like, next person Drew Gulak should feud if it's Grand Metalik, because again, he is the other high flyer on fucking 205 Live, so it makes perfect sense. So we will definitely see where this. But I feel like clearly the stars here are Cedric Alexander and Tony. I don't know where they're going with this. Who knows? Brian Kendrick was supposed to have a gentleman's duel with Jack Gallagher. Instead, a clown came out.
From what I keep seeing, I'm getting bored with this. Do something already.
This feud?
Yeah.
Well, because I feel like they were, but I don't know. It's one of these issues where like they don't know where like they have something, they don't know where to go with it. Jack Gallagher was acting more like heelish than Brian Kendrick because he kept it literally unprovoked. Jack Gallagher kept attacking Brian Kendrick, and Brian Kendrick kept running away, except for this week. He finally got his hands on Jack Gallagher. You said end it. I think it ends next week. It's a no disqualification match. Brian Kendrick and Jack Gallagher next week.
I hope so.
So I feel like it actually ends.
It's getting a little boring. I mean, I'm barely around to watch 205 Live, but I do keep up with some of the.
From what you see, yeah. No, I think it's gonna end next week. I feel like you're right. I think it ends next week in a no disqualification match, and then we get on to the main event. Probably the most interesting moments of the whole and the cruise in 205 Live, not because of the match itself, but the ending. Neville beat Akira. I expected that because, which again makes me question why Akira became champion in the first place. What was the point? They knew what they were doing. They knew who they were sending down to the Cruiserweight division. So what was the point of Akira winning if they knew this was the route they were going to go? Neville beat him after we cut a promo saying, again, this is just simply a footnote for Akira Tozawa's career. He's still the king of cruiserweights. And then you hear the music. Enzo More's music. I was saying it for weeks, and I called it. I can physically say I called this one.
I'll put my foot in my mouth.
I called it.
I put my foot in my mouth.
Because again, it was like, what else who again, ever since Austin Aries left, I kept saying they need a top bait. I'm not saying like people like Rich Swann say Alexander isn't. Again, they're virtually nobody's to the casual fan. Enzo Amore, on the other hand, he is somebody that the kids know, or the people know, the casual fan know. So him being on 205 Live makes perfect sense. And that's exactly where they're going with this. Enzo Amore is now on 205 Live. Now, 205 Live, I feel like finally has that star power that they need in terms of a babyface. Because they already had the Dominic Hill and Neville, but now they actually have that star power with Enzo Amore. Now, the real question comes about, can he actually hang with the cruiserweights? That's the real question we ask ourselves here.
Yeah.
I don't know. We never really got to really see him wrestle, especially in his own class. So we will definitely see.
They're probably going to teach him a little bit.
But we will definitely see. And it's clearly obvious he's next in line for the cruiserweight title. So we'll definitely see where this goes from here. But
it's just BS, but
yeah. Yeah, I know, no, and I do see where coming again. People like Cy Alexander, Rich Swann 2.0, he had his chance. He like, and Noam, I've been fucking saying Noam Dar. He deserves a title shot as well. After that fucking feud that they had to put him through with Alicia Fox, he definitely deserves a fucking title shot. But we will see. First for NXT, the issue when they do takeovers, the next show literally means nothing. But I'll just skim through it. Mm-hmm. Lars Sullivan, he destroyed Noe Jose. Was even a match because Noe Jose tried to do his conga line and he stopped it. So, do you know who Lars Sullivan is?
No.
He's like this guy. So basically, his gimmick is he has a random jobber tag team partner. Every time they lose, he just pretty much kills them.
Oh, okay. I've seen that done before.
Okay.
Matter of fact, wasn't Stacey Jordan doing that for a while?
Yeah. The difference was he just left the partner. It wasn't like attacking him. He just left them.
Oh, okay.
When he started to realize he was going to lose, he just left. So they would take the pinfall instead of him. And then I eventually got introduced to Chad Gable. Yeah. So, but the difference is, he actually tried to kill him. Peyton Royce, who got a big ass reaction, which I feel like they finally, again, I feel like even the crowd acknowledged the fact that they're somebody's now. Peyton Royce, Billy Kay got a huge reaction from the crowd against Sarah Logan, who's part of Mae Young Classic. She beat Sarah Logan. Before I get to the main event, the UK people, Byrude addresses his whole situation. Now, he said, quote, "I'm not the type of person that leaves unfinished business behind. I'm going to deal with Roderick Strong. I am going to beat Drew McIntyre and take back my NXT title. And then I'll walk away. And then SmackDown Live will be glorious." Those were his words. So what I took from that was he was going to finish off Roderick Strong. He was going to beat Drew McIntyre for the NXT title. And he was going to take the NXT title to SmackDown.
I mean, that could be a possibility. But because remember, Kevin Owens sort of.
I know. Like, it wouldn't be the first time something like that happened. And then he said you walk away. But without spoilers, the taping said otherwise.
Oh, okay.
That's all I'm going to say. That's not what happened at the taping. There's only one
part one didn't happen.
No, I mean, what I will say, he does fight Roger Strong. But after that, everything else there is no truth to that. After the tapings, it's obvious that there is no truth to that, what he said. But yeah. And the UK people, Pete Dunne and Wolfgang versus Ty Bate entrance 7. Surprisingly, I feel, and again, based on the tapings, I know why they did this. Wolfgang got the pinfall. And I was wondering why everybody would have thought Pete Dunne got the pinfall. There was a specific reason for that. The tapings will explain. These tapings will, after the tapings, it made sense. And it does actually tie into a bigger story here, which I won't say, which I thought is interesting how they're integrating the UK people with this. So this match leads into a bigger story eventually. because Wolfgang did say in the backstage interview he wants a shot at the UK title. Pete Dunne said, let's just take these guys out first and then we'll talk. So this does lead into something bigger than the UK title itself, but the taping, and you will see the episode when the episode airs. That's all I'm gonna say. And that was NXT, and that was This Week in Wrestling. We managed to do it. We managed to talk all about this in 4 hours. So this was literally a SummerSlam. This was literally a SummerSlam. So any final thoughts before we take it off the air?
I got pissed. Let's go.
All right. So this is Ron. This is Creator. Thank you guys for watching. Whoever watched. And this is Creator Ron signing out. Catch you guys next week. See ya.